Hello, everybody, and happy Wednesday. Sorry about that. I'm not sure why everything froze, but today we're gonna watch some China regionals. Make sure to keep tabs on what's happening in other regions, and then also we're gonna be playing some viewer games. We're not gonna be doing with Wednesdays because, well, quite frankly, I think we've tried a lot of different stuff, and set 10 is almost done, so it feels like we've kind of expired a lot of ideas. But we're going to instead play in some viewer games. So if you want to queue up for it early, you're probably gonna start in a couple hours. It's not gonna start like right this moment, but we're gonna start in a couple hours. Try to get into queue! Exclamation point V games in chat. Or poking. Some bad news on the scrim front. I was told by pretty much every person playing that they don't want their scrims being streamed. Nobody wants the scrims to be streamed. Pretty much, okay, you know what it is? I don't think anyone wants to take accountability for it. Everyone's like, oh, some other people don't want it to be streamed. So, and I'm just like, okay, well, maybe I can grab 8 people who don't want it to be streamed. I can't even find one person. I think the reality is nobody wants them to be streamed. Everyone kind of wants to withdraw and hide their own tech. But I actually have the ability to watch their games. It's actually like right here in this client. I can show you guys. Like this, for example, I'm in Tournament Realm. I was watching it all day long, but everybody is scrimming on TR, and they just don't want the tech to be leaked. They're not even screenshotting and putting it in Scrim Discord. So we had like a channel where you could put like Scrim Discord results, but I said like, this is a reminder, tomorrow we're moving to Tournament Realm. If we don't get any screenshots, we don't have any more stats, which is okay if that's what people want. And then people are like, okay, and then they just stopped updating it. So we gotta respect their privacy. So I don't think we're gonna see many scrims. The only scrims I'm allowed to watch are on the live server, and if they're on live, we can watch it. So what you guys have to do as fans is peer pressure them into playing on live server so I can spectate. Because if it's on live server, anyone can watch it, right? If it's on a live server, anyone can watch it. Let's go ahead and start watching China regionals here. Oh man, the crowd is not showing up today. We have like 10 people there, maybe. Alright, let's go. CNTOC regionals, group stage finals. This is TOC China regionals, group stage finals, game 1 of 5. All right. And what's the portal? How many games are we watching today? We're gonna watch 5 games. We're gonna watch 5 total games, and then we're going to do some viewer games. Play some games, hang out, enjoy TFT. It'll be my last like casual play session pretty much for this entire set, because next week I'm gonna be all geared up for the World Championship, and then after the World Championship it's gonna be set 11. Can you guys believe it? What up, Creed? What tech is it that people don't know? It's more like, it's okay. So when people say like the tech, they're not talking about like the final comms. They're talking about the way they play it. Like right now, some players are much better at stage 2 and stage 3 than a lot of other players, and they don't want other people to study the way that they're playing.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Can you do better quality? Oh yeah, let me see if I can turn it up. 1080p. This is the best I can do. It's a little better. It's a little better. I think it was on 720 before.
后面待会没有杀到好的天选了。
Sweet yo, thank you for the 10.
想这个大棒，这飞机还挺难受的。
Thank you very much, man.
总不能既要又要还要嘛。
Ooh, did not buy that Kaisa in
资
time.
产应该可以拿直接。
This looks like it's an augment based one. It might be something like gold or prismatic final portal. I don't know the exact portal of this one.
然后这边别123吗？
So yeah, a lot of people don't want to give away their edge, right? Like a lot of people don't want, like let's say Setsuko, for example. If Setsuko streams, people are gonna see the best way to optimize the level 8 roll down that he has such a significant edge over other people. And that's like one of many different things that you can like take. You can take the strength of Dish Soap and Soju's early game, right? They play stage 2 very, very well. Or all the random positioning tech that Pokegom has, right? Or all the different like optimizations that Weijin has of like how you try to do all these different lines correctly. So a lot of players are just trying to like you if you play in the same lobby as them, you know like what they did, but you don't know how they did it. It's gold final. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Stanley. Golden finale.
前期有位打连胜，这个财宝也能发挥出最大的作用来。
Why are they doing this in contrary to other sets? Everyone feels like they're tryharding the set. Yes, it feels like they're tryharding, but also I think I think players just recognize that they can't really take it that casually. Like some players realize that they are really far behind, so they really want to buckle down and get into good shape for it. And that started making other people try hard. It was kind of like it kind of started at the top. Because Prestivan and Soju and Kiyun and Setsuko were sweating and Disho were sweating so hard, it's making a lot of other people sweat really hard. Like Weijin and all of them, they're putting in a lot of the time. That being said, some people aren't. Some people aren't. Like Noster, for example, not really scrimming. Appies, not really scrimming. Robin, I just watched the stream for a couple hours, not really scrimming. So not everybody is on that same page, same wavelength.
前排后排看着都挺扎实的。
确实。
对面就比较一般，蓝 buff 金特斯在打工。
Appy said he wants to scream, but he doesn't get invited. That's not necessarily true. And just because they're not screaming doesn't mean they're not practicing, right? Like when I'm saying people are screaming, that's all I'm. Oh wow, this person already has a Nico too. Qingtian. The Qingtian like sunny day. All right, the best players in this group are in terms of name power, Flancy, HN, Zhang Wenyu. Those are the 3 players that I'm paying attention to. But yeah, Appy's is invited. It's just that he had to stop his stream, and he's not gonna stop his stream. Same thing with Robin, right? Robin would have to stop streaming to play in these in-houses. And it's not true that they don't get invited. That's actually fake news. If I'm looking at the this right now, every 2 hours there's people saying, hey, we need people to play. Every 2 hours, and they're tagging the entire channel. So everyone, anyone who's like, we're not getting invited, this is not true. They're tagging literally everybody on the server. Some people are saying they're having trouble with the client. Like Biri says that Biri sent a screenshot of the tournament realm is taking 2 terabytes of data apparently on storage, which is crazy. I'm not sure how that happened, but 2 terabytes on hard drive space for League of Legends seems a little excessive. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully Biri can figure it out, but yeah, outside of her, I don't think anyone else is really like not scrimming because they're not getting invited. Warmog slam, counter guard slam, indie edge. Can go for blue buff yet? Next. You think anyone will draw for T-Lide's day of? Should he be waiting? I mean, he should wait, but I think it's pretty unlikely. The only way someone will drop is usually in the case of emergency, and you can't really bank on that unless you're like I don't know, a literal Greek god and you can control the weather. You want to power outage somebody, but it's, you know, it's kind of fucked up if you do that, man.
2费卡的节奏是3-1、3-2就可以启动，但是你3费卡是3-5。
Okay, Edge of Night.
而且你3-5是要走一个
Hodge Vi into usually like a Riven or just play into Zed.
地崩了还会很难。
Pretty common setup here.
需要2张
JG Slam. This is something that's is it JG or is it super fan? It might be super fan.
这种
But we are at the end. We are at 2-5, so it's possible we made 2 items.
还是有点伤啊。
那个位确实有点猛。最后还给他就是隔山打牛锤了一拳。哎呀，2星了。
Have you been spectating the scrims by yourself? I've been watching it with other players. Other players are also spectating, and Bryce.
看他后面
We're just watching the scrims. I have my own individual notes. I have my own individual notes.
挺强的。
他的阵容就看你糊不糊嘛，对吧？
他2
My takeaway is that certain players
而且感觉瑞文这个
certain
稍微
players
有点尴尬的是，有的时候你2星，你要犹豫给不给他装
I think are getting pretty underrated.
就没有天选的时候。
Like I think so Bryce is okay. Bryce is hyping Soju up a lot, and I think Soju is playing some really good TFC. I don't know if it's like
难啊。
he's the best player on the server. I don't know if I'm willing to go that far, but I feel like Bryce is willing to say something like that.
吹吹吹。
He's just trying to bait you guys for the
我很喜欢
clicks.
用巴德打勾
But Soju's definitely very good right now. Very good for sure.
看脸嘛，有的时候
I think he's just minimizing a lot of his stupid plays. And more importantly, he's able to spot things he should be doing. Just listening to him. No, it's not copium. It's not copium. Like Soju actually is in really good form. He's in really good
还
form.
是滚起来。
被2口7是吧？
He if he has one bad game though, he kind of starts to tilt. So like, you know, he's like he can go in a string of like nonstop top 2s, top 3s, and then he goes like 1-6, and then he just starts complaining. He's just like, all right, well, my confidence was through the roof, and now I have 0 confidence. I'm going dead last. And then he's like, all right, I'm gonna go get some food, and he just leaves. I don't even get like he top 2s, top 3s like 6 games in a row, and then he goes 1-6, and then he's just like, I lost all my confidence. GG's.
他这个装备应该是跟你走会
I don't know.
好像确实比
He's probably memeing, but like there's something there. There's something there.
然后等来了音浪卡特的天选。
I think that Dish Soap,
启动了。
Dish Soap. I'm not entirely sure if he's not trying as hard, but it does feel a little strange watching Dish Soap. I don't feel the presence as much as I used to when I watch him, if that makes sense. When you watch certain TFT players play, you kind of have this. If you watch enough TFT, you start to sense
5连败。
like a little bit of aura around them. Not to get too anime about it, but you kind of feel
Man,
like
I'm getting more dogged
certain
again.
players have presence. Like you kind of know that
Do
they
you
have
think
everything under
anyone will
control.
pull out a comp we haven't seen this set at regionals? And what do
Okay.
you think it would be?
I'm not really getting that from Discord right now, but maybe he's just limit testing.
好像能赢啊。
Maybe he's trying to play something he's weaker at. Maybe he's experimenting. Maybe he's just kind of getting in reps, and maybe his confidence is low. I'm not entirely sure, but all I know is the past few days, Discord has not been that scary in scrims. So we'll see. Thinking we'll play out a comp we haven't seen. We've seen so many comps that the thing, even in scrims alone.
特殊的
If you look at scrims, let me go ahead and
就那边有个双死
open up the spreadsheet. If you're looking at scrims alone, how many comps are there? Let's see.
然后这边宣道者的宁
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. 35 different comps have been played in scrims, and you're asking for one new one. I'm not entirely sure.
最后还拿了一个 原句话。
赢的话就太
Kind of hard to say.
还能用一用。凑合
Gear and reroll hasn't been debuted in tournament yet. That's actually not true. That's not true. Sounds like you have not watched my YouTube channel.
哦，
哦，这波
Sounds like you didn't watch my
好像
YouTube channel,
比
man.
的有点差，
他甚至2星都没有。
对，这个是非常不好的局面了。
他这边递的太差了。
一般在自己玩的时候，如果说
These in-house stats, by the way, that I linked in chat, I compiled them, but basically
真说啊
they don't account for yet today's scrims, yesterday's scrims, and the days
他这个
before,
已经没有办法
because basically starting on Monday,
现在其实出个天选
they started doing half their scrims
会就是
on Tournament Realm, which are not tracked, and then yesterday it was like 75% of the games, and then today has been 100%. And so this Shi is not gonna
哎呀
have
这
basically 4 days worth of scrims.
其实还是偏少好一点吧。
Actually,
对你太早了
tomorrow's Thursday and then regionals is Friday, so it's not gonna have about 3 days worth of scrims,
辅助装备
and it's gonna be missing the 3 days leading up to the actual event. So I would say that these scrim stats should be taken with a pretty big grain of salt.
怎么像个老父亲？
What does TOC mean? It's the league that they compete in for China. TOC is like LCS, LCK,
而且
VCT.
这边已经吃到了一个7连胜。
It's the name of the league that they play in. It's TFT Open Championship, which is China's open
前期
circuit.
战争财宝
$300,000 on the prize pool for regionals. It's a pretty big deal for them.
太多了，
确实啊。
Fancy has AFK,
4家5家了，
来等会儿
77.
忙，因为那
Lot of
波
goals. He's
谁
in a pretty good
不知道
spot
该
here.
给谁了就
都在抽都在抽
都在抽。
哎，这边又输了，这边天使，
没事，他这个输一只2只可以接受，
嗯，
连败没断就行。
连败还在。
就是血量稍微有点低啊。
Also, like, what even is there to play that hasn't been even played in tournament? The closest I could see is maybe some offbeat stuff that people can use into level 9 boards. Like yesterday from SEA, we saw a Corki reroll, we saw Vi reroll, and they played both of those and then sold them when they got to level 9 to transition to other things. But they played them nonetheless.
这个大剑瑞文
嗯，阿晨拿走了。
拿走了，
Maybe we'll see some Twin Terror, Endless Hordes action.
这边好
Okay, so we did...
前排和后排的质量。
We did not actually make JG. We actually have Super Fan come.
看看
I've been wondering if China's been slamming JG again because it's a lot of AP in the meta, and I kind of wonder if they really value that. But that was kind of a meme from previous sets that China would slam JG at no matter what.
还行，他这个开摆经济怎么？
What does this person want to play even?
他
Pentakill?
然后
It could be KD Pentakill. I like whatever you want to play. Put these items on Viego.
40块就差不多。
没来得及。
How do you feel about the state of 2 cost versus 4 costs? I mean, I think 2 cost 3 star is really, really
是
good.
一个武者，
And probably a little bit too strong if you hit early. But I just think that 4 costs are just like a tiny bit
对
weak.
面也不是一个很顶的质量。
And I don't even think it's like very much. Like I would be at most I would give him like a 5% buff.
又保住了，
又保住了。
嗯，
卡莎还是
I don't even think Disco's that bad. Like my hot take is I don't think Disco's even that bad. Like Disco is
三阶段
not great. Don't get me wrong. It's kind of a meme.
因为他
But I don't even think Disco is that bad.
无尽正义加保姆，
接下来就看这个10连胜能不能走出来了。三阶段的5连胜，如果
You're the
有3连胜
biggest
出来
Disco hater. I mean,
嗯，
很对，
I'm not gonna play it.
5张塞纳，
Just because I hate Disco doesn't mean that I can't acknowledge that it's playable sometimes.
那个飓风是留给女警的吗？
Put it this way. There's throughout regionals, there's probably a game you could play Disco. Like on average, every putty is probably gonna have at least one spot where they could play
他
Disco.
那边是把
That's it though.
带装备的塞纳直接卖掉了，卖掉了。
那就
Like I think Disco's like a 1 in 20.
感觉他像裁
But
决
if you know what you're doing, like part of the reason why I say is because some people are playing Disco. Like Pokigam.
后面排
Pokigam played Disco 3 games in a row, and he got top 2 twice.
阿晨
Not impossible.
拿到了，
Not that bad.
这把目前为止的最大赢家。
嗯，
3 star 3 cost seems weak, too weak to be compared to how strong 2 cost 3 star. I mean, there's a lot of people who believe 3 cost 3 stars are the best comps in the game.
大
So
经济
I don't know if that's entirely
10连胜
true.
51块
I think the meta is actually pretty
而
balanced.
且还嫖到了
People are saying comp diversity is fake,
阵容体系
but I feel like they're just being nitpicky on the word comp.
启动了
I think carry diversity is very, very big right now. Like, and I think carry diversity is basically the same as comp diversity in a lot of ways. I know a lot of people might argue and push back against that, but like in reality,
场上的质量低都是因为大家
people's definition of comp diversity is so arbitrary that as long as you're kind of like having a different type of win condition, the carry diversity is like what's important at its core. And by that metric, that sounds pretty good. So that's really good, actually. I thought about it because I went back and actually browsed some other metas And towards the end of sets, they usually get it right, but there's usually a good portion of the cast that's unclickable. There's not really many unclickable units in set 10 right now. Every unit kind of has its time and place.
装备，
Okay, we got executioners.
假装有双袭，
没准掉一个啊，但是现在不行了。
虽然我没有。
Hi, I really like TFT and your content. I wish there was more content in Spanish, though.
来吧，第三。
I mean, I can speak a little Spanish. Un poco.
小法球，哦，应该还是能赢，还是能赢。
赢的，
哇，
伤害好高。
太舒服了呀，这打的。
就是第二个链路是有一点点不好。
啊，还是金手。
Carry diversity. No, it really is. Like, there's a lot of units that can carry. Like, you guys might meme it, but carry diversity is there's a lot.
打球的十月晴天，碰上4只两人的天龙。
There are muchos carries.
了解敌人的战
I'm trying to appeal to my Spanish fan base.
肖之柱。
Okay, we have let's see, we have another gold augment here.
怎么说？陨落赠礼。
Gifts to the fallen martyr. Wow, so you just have 2 augments that trigger based off death. KO reroll seems to be like underplayed, but
难受啊。
that was just yesterday. We watched a lot of games. We only saw like 1 or 2 KO games.
可惜
I'm surprised because back when we watched JOC, they loved KO.
已经付出了自己的全部。
That was also different. That's also different because on mobile, KO already was better,
这边也差一。
and then they bug fixed KO, and it doesn't seem like she's nearly as popular.
不像前面。
We see it this game though.
比赛
Oh my god, we have a Senna on bench.
就整体突出一个没那么糊。
Unified, stationary, healing orbs, know your enemy, remember your roots, gifts to the fallen, and Martier.
都散了。
三个二子都有。
现在都已经到4个2了，差的那一
The
小
game is pretty balanced. There's no one cop with an exponent win rate. Everything's averaging like a 4. Yeah, the meta is pretty balanced. I think some people are legitimately feeling like TFT should just have a large patch for the sake of shaking things up. But you realize that a large patch is going to make things imbalanced again. And then people are going to be like, well, there's balance smashing once again. Everything was just fine. Classic Riot. And then like they're not doing anything. And they're like, well,
这边海克斯还
you know, it might be balanced, but this is boring as shit. TFT is dying. It's like, I don't know, man. They just can't win. It's almost like they shouldn't do a good job balancing it early. Because then if they balance it early, they don't touch things. And then people are just going to complain that they're not doing anything. Lazy devs. What do they even do anyways?
里边佛爷天选。
应该是佛爷哥那边天选赢。
这个掘墓也挺有实力的。
I'm sorry. I think you guys just want to be unhappy all the time.
还真是
拦着佛爷，不让他进去。
他这边是有一个掘墓的，而且这边有个治疗法球，加那个
寻到
Yes, you got it.
寄养墓志铭。
啊，哦，墓志铭。
The other thing about this meta too is I see a lot of comments. Okay, like not to get all React Andy about it,
啊，是。
but there was a comment where someone was like, I don't get it. This one game, this works, and this other game, it doesn't work.
被拿走了。
It must be the variance. It must be the variance. And it's like, no, that's actually like what it means to have balance of the game, because sometimes it does well, in other situations it doesn't. You can't just like do the exact same thing and expect it to get the exact same results. It's actually obvious. They saw a state of balance in TFT where they can't just exactly replicate, copy paste every single game and get the same type of results. And their conclusion is game's too RNG. It's just variance.
哦，出了。
Oh, wow, Riven 3.
是因为这把3费跟2费同时出，
这边也3了。
这边也3了，但是2费阵容你跟3费阵容同时3，感觉没道理。
When the biggest TFT streamers complain, what do you expect shadows to? Oh no, you guys should complain. You guys should complain. That's what ultimately drives the engagement, right?
这不合理。
League of Legends made an entire decade-long business model out of the player base hating the game.
像我们一般平时玩的时候，
啊，
就是7张8张，
Keep on hating.
很难删。
这把要给
You guys hate the game,
昨天
and then streamers can keep complaining about the game, and then I can complain about people complaining about the game. So then everyone's happy. Win-win-win. Everyone has content.
一家是删了的。
I'm just a counterculture yapper, right? Like I'm yapping too. the Frodan meta is just a complain about complainers. I'm supposed to be the edgy
画
one, you
面
know?
打击感也很帅。
嗯，
Why is Punk good when augments are gold, silver, gold, but bad when augments are triple prismatic? It's a good question. So the reason why Punk is weaker in prismatic lobbies is because the average strength of a board is much higher, and Punk capitalizes by being a little bit ahead of their opponents. But when everything spikes by a dramatic, let's just arbitrarily assign values here. A silver augment is worth 10% at power, spike to your board. A gold is worth like 25, and a prismatic is worth like 40. Let's just say that. And if on the average tempo is somewhere between gold and silver, and you're expected to be 15% ahead in power, and you're trying to use like Punk to stay ahead, prismatics just lopside everything dramatically, and you're not exactly able to have the same type of board streak based off of the normal conditions.
要的很多，4哥3家都要，甚至4家。
Uh-oh. Wait, Flancy spot looks kind of good. Now he's
4哥。
stuck on 1 star 4 cost. Okay, well, like no amount of fine-tuning 4 cost is gonna make 1 star Akali, 1 star Karthus beat Riven 3, Senna 3, Kayle 3. That can't be right. So like Fancy is
好细呀！ 我前面看他就是比赛很多这种操作。
I love the game. I don't know what y'all are on about. Balance is fun. IMO. Oh, don't take these people seriously. You're looking at people specifically in Twitch chat who are already like hyper engaged, and then you think people who watch Twitch streams are already the hyper engaged people in general. Even if you consider yourself a casual TFT player, if you watch on Twitch, you're considered to be like more hyper engaged than the average casual player that Riot actually looks at in the data. So the Twitch chatters are like the hyper engaged of the hyper engaged. So congrats. If you're like, I've never the 0.01% of anything. If you yap about TFT, you are the 0.01% of the 0.01%. Except unlike other 0.101%, your opinion doesn't really matter very much. Sag. Oh my god, this Riven.
感觉这个瑞文是可以统治5阶段了，已经。他现在的这个质量。
I think most people also are not positioning Riven very cleanly, but it's kind of hard because if you position 4 Riven with your tank, like let's say you're playing against Riven, you kind of need like this. Okay, this is an Echo 1, but you kind of need the Echo to be in front of the Riven, which means he has to be kind of like here or here. And that throws off the balance of your entire composition if there's like a top right oriented composition, like a disco player here. You don't want your Echo to be here up against Riven top left, and like let's say disco's here. So you kind of have this weird dynamic that is very difficult to position a Riven. So like it's so easy to just push up the glasses farther up the nose and be like, yes, well of course you lost. It's a positioning differential. Like, well, sometimes you just kind of have to roll the dice and take your odds. You don't want to completely screw yourself in other matchups just because there's a 1 in 3 Riven.
切死了，哎，
没有，差一点儿，
哎，切死，
切死了还是。
那这个残局阿卡丽是可以直接收割了的。
直接飞来飞去，全收了，两个阿卡丽对打。
Oh my god, unlucky. He goes 8th. Wait, Fancy went 7th. Fancy's like one of my favorite players from China. Sag. What's TOC? It's the name of the league that China plays in. It stands for TFT Open Championship. Kind of like LCK, LPL, and LCS. VCT. VCT. I watched a little VCT. I wanted to watch Ye's match when he's playing under bleed, and I don't know. I made the mistake of reading the comment threads about that, and I was like, what happened to this dude, man? This guy was like my idol like 2 years ago, 2022. Not even like a year and a half ago. How did he do? Oh, he did not do very well. They put him on Viper, which kind of looks a little bit weird. I don't know if you guys follow about it, but like Ye was basically like the best player. He was considered to be like the player of the year in 2022 alongside some other players, but like, everyone considered him to be like the 2022 GOAT. And then his downfall has been kind of crazy to watch.
爆开4-8万。
大腕儿很难啊。
Yeah, Chamber God. I mean, some people say like it's a meta thing. Like maybe maybe he was only OP because Chamber was
好
OP.
喜欢玩钢啊！我看他
But like I
直
feel
播
like that's
给你前评价也
that's actually really unlikely. That's actually really unlikely. I mean, it could be true, but I think it's unlikely.
或者头盔正义也行，哎，头盔正义。
头盔正
That's like saying like Heartsteel, like Setsuko's only good because Heartsteel is good. That's just not true. Like yes, Heartsteel ends up being something that Setsuko has consistent gap over everybody else. But like if you're like, oh, like Setsuko's only the best because Heartsteel the best, is like you're kind of missing the point in my opinion.
环境很一般。
有点多呀。甚至瑞文这边还要用铁男。火焰这2张卡。
对，还有一家天使。
嗯。
而且五杀打瑞文打不过。
Man, this Riven is just not taking any damage whatsoever. Kale doesn't do shit. He's dead? Oh, alright, that's my boy, Zhang Wenyu. Zhang Wenyu's like a really consistent tournament player. Let me see if I can pull up his tournament results for you guys to see. He did well in set 7, I think, last time he won a tournament, but 3rd, 5th, top 8 in Super Server. You already know this guy's a beast. Getting top 8 in Super Server is incredible.
太慢了。
And then got top 7 in Asia Cup, and then he won the cup in set 7. Zhang Wenyu is really, really
又
good.
开始冒火了。
有没有再续3星4费荣光的可能啊？
Can you review my law chest? I can do it between games. I can do it between games.
这是要上
Chamber was really different
不过如果这家刚死
from the
的话
rest of
还
the
真
agents.
就这样就有实力吃鸡了。
I mean, like, I guess you can say, like, okay, so like it's probably not a, it's probably a factor,
是无敌的哦。
but my belief is that it's the rest of the Optic roster. Like,
镜像吧。
look what happened to the Brazilian
好，
teams,
正面在猛猛的揍别人。
这把五杀给
right
瑞文
after
感觉
like when a bunch of people's cores and stuff get shaken up, it just destabilizes everyone's play.
战士就很好打。
It's not just like one player. My opinion, and I don't have a very good opinion, okay? Because I don't really follow it that closely. I'm just a casual fan. But my opinion is the team play matters way more. And if you're just saying like it's just play this player and this agent, I think you're like really misunderstanding how important the team dynamic works of support, like making sure certain players can shine. And that's why a roster is really more important than the star players.
下边有一个。
这是天选
天选，
打不了1点啊，但是来了，
来了
正常的来了。
哦
2只炉子，
两只炉仙。哦，
哎
很对。
很对很对。
Okay, Viego 2.
哇，2星了。
2星进了。
就没容错。
没有，他这边是
Demon 1 is taking Ye's plays. I mean, yeah, Demon 1 got all the hype last year as well.
炉仙
没钱。
At least NA has other heroes to cheer for.
逊色的。
I think catch up though. I didn't even watch
可以直接给
I didn't even finish watching the 100 Thieves. The 100 Thieves match. I only kind of follow like 100 Thieves because like they're friends with Soju, and apparently they like TFT, so it's like they're kind of cool. You gotta cheer for the TFT homies, you know? Because Cryocells is like a TFT fan and hangs out with Soju all the time.
没事，
没事没事，后排还有一个大哥。
Oh my god.
这
主要是没
EZ
想到 EZ 是跳进去的。
EZ 总是
Can
会跳到
8-bit
位置
win without Emblem? It can. It's just not nearly as good.
龙应该很有机会。
It's like 8-bit without 8-bit Emblem is like A+ tier. 8-bit with 8-bit Emblem is like S+ tier. It goes from like a comp that should top 4, and then you get an 8-bit Emblem, and it's like you should win the game. It's so ridiculous. 8-bit Emblem is way too good. That's one thing they should have nerfed for this patch. 14.4 in my opinion.
你没怎么花钱这段时间。
他这边的2张镜。
Zeppa from Cloud9 watches Soju. A lot of people watch
第
Soju.
二名了，换了
A lot of people, the Sentinels roster at one point, people on Sentinels were watching Soju as well.
万一很好追个3星4费有没有？
TFT is a lot of people's second game.
唯一的机会。
Like a lot of League players and Valorant players and whatnot, they like play TFT on the side for fun.
点名
A lot of them like TFT.
上是大换阵操作。
That's a wild concept, I know. You go to Twitch chat, you go to a lot of Twitch streamers, you're like, does anybody like this game?
得考虑追3。
Maybe just me.
有没有机会追个3星？
But people like TFT, man.
加卡利
People like TFT.
天龙这边武刚吃太久了。
It's a good game.
被裁决送走的画面。
总算来一家能克他的了。
Oh my god.
五杀全部再
Riven.
给他
Oh, he died. Oh, he went fourth. That's crazy. The Riven just barely couldn't kill the tank fast enough.
阿木太肉了。
6 Executioner, top 3.
到的是天龙。
I'm pretty sure this comp is like a money check. Like, if you have the money to hit everything, you top 2, top 3. If you don't, and you only have like Vex 3 and that's it, you're probably going like 6th, 5th, or 6th.
维古斯打
Like, every 3-star you can get between Samira 3, Vex 3, and Mumu 3 is like raising you like 1.5 placements.
裁决吗？阿成好像这么看的话，
If you can get it. But you just need like infinite money, man. I don't get how you hit everything.
去骚扰你的后排。
然后
If you hit everything, if you snap your finger and have like 3's a crowd and you're like, oh, okay, I have like, or you have Twin Terror, then this comp pops off. But up until that point, it's just a bumpy road.
真伤，
It is Monkasteer.
哎，不过他两边都可以进。
But hey, the Hearthstone board lost.
不要，要不了。
What do you guys think about that?
这个可以要。
6 Executioner versus, well, it was KDA. It was RE Warriors.
哦，这个
Now he got to 10, so he teched in a Keanu 2 and a Lucian 2.
炸弹人那些就可以不
Holy
要
shit,
了
the Warriors Lucian 2.
上个欧一和那个
Okay, I'm pretty sure this Lucian 2
还可
farms.
以牵扯一下。
We'll see.
来了，这正好给了个两爵士。
It's Jazz Lucian as well. That's crazy given how many synergies on the board.
哎，不过
That
侧
is
面
nutty.
切进去了，哎有机会了。
卢仙在狂射。
OK。
Yeah. All right, HN, the first TOC winner.
可以直接恭喜
He won basically set 3 regionals, so
最后高
be cool to see him make another run.
今天第一场的登顶。
他怎么不笑啊？
Do all the players have heartbeat monitors? I don't think so.
前一阵连胜的时候就已经在笑了。关键是
There's a poll. Do you like TFT? 67% say yes and 33% say no. That's pretty good.
确实蛮顶的。
As majority rules.
也说了非常关键的一点，就是有没有可能那个刚吃的，就武刚吃的有点太。
Ari with guns instead of warriors. Oh, so kind of like Pow World.
哪个点？
就是站位，还就是站位啊，后期。
How do study groups function in TFT?
然后那边
It's different for each group. Some groups.
直接被贝古斯点到。
对，然后还有就是庄子跟那个。
Wait, this guy's username is just 11. Oh, they have Shunga. This guy won
他的维古斯并不是
set 7 worlds and set 7 regionals. Also, the way he's dressed is 10 times better than the way Juanmei was dressed. Juanmei was wearing this guy's clearly wearing an oversized blazer, but it's intentional. Juanmei, it did not look intentional. It just looked like they just didn't have his size, so they just threw him in whatever. Like, this looks like more fashionable in the sense that like it's kind of falling off him and being oversized. But like he actually has an outfit that fits. Thank you, man. Thank you. Okay, I owe somebody a lol chest. Let's go ahead and do a lol chest review during the ad break. I'm gonna run ads real quick. Okay. Can you review my lol chest? Here we go. Master 59 to play. Hey, congratulations on Masters. That's really good. In only 219 games. That's really good.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
It's good for somebody who's not like, you know, no lifing TFT. Katana, thank you for the prime. Okay, so 4th with country. You got 7 country going. I mean, you need to make sure you have things like 3-item tank if you can. Right? In general, you don't have tanks or reliable tanks. But 4th, all things considering, is pretty good. But I do generally like the approach. If you can get one more item on a Mumu 3, you probably can top 2 to win that game. Ranked. So it's double up. 6 true damage. I mean, this is fine. Top 4. I like that you didn't ignore Shred. I think a lot of people play Senna and they just think, oh, true damage. No need for Shred, but you definitely do. Although this is a little scuffed. This is a little scuffed. You already have Morello and you have Sunfire, so it's just some item inefficiency. In general, I think I noticed that you take Spoils of War and you take a lot of like resource. Like either take economy or duplicators or items. You're not taking a lot of combat augments. Combat augments is what really determines whether or not you can win against evenly matched boards. If everyone hits, then it's combat augments that ends up being the difference. Just keep that in mind. Second with this board, what'd you lose to? Oh, Poppy 3. No, there's nothing to feel bad about then. There's nothing to really feel bad about. 6th with Disco. I mean, that's your fault. You played Disco. Like you went for Nami 3. That's minus 6 gold. Honestly, you could have gotten away with Nami 1. That's minus 8 gold. Plus how much gold you rolled for. So yeah. 7th. Heartsteel. Stim Pack. Last Stand. Do you just not pick any combat augments ever? I don't think you had. The only combat augment I've seen you take is Healing Orbs. And you hit Z3. So you didn't even need it. Okay, Last Stand's technically a combat augment. But it's also like not. It's also like a greed augment. 7th with Corky Sentinels. This is Caitlyn Flex. I mean, this looks like you just didn't ever stabilize and didn't have actual real damage. If you're in general, if you're trying to climb in the future, you just have to minimize these 7th and 8th. These are the most important thing to think about. A lot of times, if you're like playing this kind of thing, in this game, it's like your backline is good, but your frontline is bad. And in this game, your frontline is godlike, and you have no damage. Like you have 2-star Blitzcranks, and you have like 2-star everything with like 6 items, right? You have like 3 Warmogs, but you have no damage whatsoever. You have a 1-star Caitlyn, so you just need to think about balancing your comp. That's pretty much it. Like it seems like when everything gets online, you're good to go. It's just you need to just make sure that just keep that in mind when you're climbing. I don't see anything like particularly super wrong with like the way you're trying to approach your board building. It's just you just need to make sure. Like Masters players end up in general struggling with getting the right side. They usually have like 1 or 2 holes in their comps that they're not thinking about because in TFT you kind of have to put a lot of things together to make a really good holistic composition. And usually when people are like building boards around that elo, they're like usually missing 1 or 2 things consistently.
独家理解的裁决，以及第3名这里天龙不幸被抬走，非常高质量的新之刚。第4名战文玉这里是比较糊的。All right, I'm screenshotting so I can put this into my Discord channel. So that way people can see the results of the tournament, because some people are going to be asking what happened in China. You can always just see CN group stage finals. Game 1. So if you come in halfway or you just came in right now, you can go ahead and catch up on my Discord. Speaking of my Discord, I'm going to play some viewer games later today. If you guys want to hang out and play some viewer games. It's going to be organized by Mr. Demasian Raptor. Man, that live audience. Hold on a second. These people... Okay, someone said that all the audience are just like parents. They kind of look a little bit on the older side. I think they're right. I think the audience is just all parents at a basketball gymnasium. Oh no! I don't see a single young person. Those are Robin fans. Do you look at? Do you review LoL chess for low emeralds? Yeah, I do. You just have to redeem it.
我看到那个城邦我都摇头。
我也不敢拿，反正我自己玩的时候是不敢拿，但是我
Okay, it's component Anvils for game 2.
我感觉这个海跟这个城邦可能会节奏快，
Component
大家装备都会合，
Anvils.
会快一点，会压力大一点。
迅哥觉得就是现在这版本漫游训练
This map is so distracting. It's a really cool map, honestly. Like the lights and the festival and the drums and like the dragons. I kind of wish that they gave you more like fun things to do on the map. Kind of like in Hearthstone. In Hearthstone, there's always like all these secret Easter eggs you can do to like play the map or something. But I mean, it's a $200 map or something like that. We should just be happy that it looks all colorful and bright, you know?
都是分开的嘛，不是在一起的。
哦，懂了懂了。
3 Heartsteel at 1-4.
3缸2次，对，很对很对。
If it was a $500 map, then yeah, like maybe I should be able to ask for something. But $200, In case people can't tell, I'm being sarcastic. I heavily dislike the gacha aspect of TFT, but I can't deny the fact that people buy it, including myself. I bought the Prestige Lee Sin skin. Okay, but technically I hit it on my first roll.
I rolled one time and I hit it, but I am part of the problem. I am part of the problem. But also, it's what's funding TFT. There's a lot of whales. We should be thankful. We shouldn't shame people who spend money on chibis. We should thank them because they are paying more dog salary. Fully adapted. Oh, we already have. We can go for the build. Triple fully adapted Garen. Stars are born. Stars are born is really, really good for 2-cost reroll. I wonder if Xiao Ji Ju is gonna go for 1 cost. Some people play this into Yasuo. I don't think this is a good Annie setup for Stars are Born because you don't have any bows, no tears. It's actually a really good Yasuo setup. Then you would have you'd have 7 Yasuos and he would be able to go for Edge of Night, but maybe he doesn't want to play Yasuo. Also, doesn't have Yasuo chosen early. Oh, Senna. You think about Senna here. What does he want then? He's holding Olaf's and Punk. I'm not entirely sure what he wants. Like, Senna's pretty damn good. I would be very surprised to pass this. Also because he can make a Jinx too as well. A lot of times when you usually want the Stars are Born to go on like a Lulia too, but you can also just play tempo. The buff. DB. Yes, Smith to the pit. Items are based on set. You want AP and mana. I personally believe her bis is the Shojin, Death Cap, and like Giant Slayer, so you can get past stuff. But you can also play a secondary generation item like Shojin Nashers, for example. You could probably also put like Morello on her, and it's also really good. She's your damage and anti-heal, and Morello gives so much stats. Morello gives too many stats, let's be real now. But it's okay because it feels good. Like there's certain items that feel they're actually kind of OP, but they feel good to play. Morello is one of them. Holy shit, admirable chatting. Can we make a chibi where the cutscene is a player, a computer rolling all their gold and missing and becoming enraged and angry between the Mortdog, and then when they told they can't have the gold in the twin, they become so enraged their head bursts and hope to smoke the explosion until smiling Mortdog chibi. Sure, but I'm not paying for that. I'll let you do that. You know what's like the really sad part? A lot of people who wail for gacha games can't even really afford it. That's the really sad. That is the unfortunate reality of a lot of gacha that always gets me. A very big portion of the quote whales of these gacha games are people that actually are not in good financial situations. That's the part of the unethical aspect of gacha that's kind of hard to overlook. Little gambling dish, yeah. I mean, I'm laughing because I don't know how else to deal with it because it's like so sad but true. That kind of laughter. Okay, so we have one Senna player. I think one person was playing Spellweavers, like maybe like Seraphine. And then I don't know if anyone else committed to reroll yet. Garen reroll? No, it's not a Garen reroll. The answer is it's never a Garen reroll. Yasuo 3. I mean, they get their favorite waifu, they are happy. What if you just spent that money on a real waifu, though? You know? Wouldn't you be happier? Like if you spent that money, wouldn't you actually be happier? No, no, hell no. Real waifus are overrated. 2D greater than 3D.
都很难受。
Oh
外
man.
面有没有
That is true. 2D chess is also superior to 3D. Maybe 2D is just better in every single way. Who knows?
40层可能就收了。
如果给弹幕来玩的话，就是直接
He's thinking about raising the stakes here. He scouts his matchups.
哦，他有
He probably played against one of the weak players early. You never raise the stakes if you have like the 79 HP player in your pool, but
红 buff。
换一只。看到这个螃蟹的一瞬间就知道稳了。
他是搞了之后有5缸了。
how about this? You don't spend
这个来得很。
you don't spend money on gacha games for like 6 months,
怪没换，能换哪个？
and then you buy the Apple Vision Pro, which is an overpriced product anyways.
他是
But it's okay. You play gacha, so you're used to that. And then you have a 2D waifu, like almost like it's 3D though. So that way you kind of have the best of both worlds.
这一把进也是站稳
Gunblade, Rageblade. So we have one Kale, we have one Yasuo, one Senna, and I think one Seraphine. Oh, Nervoso. Sorry about that, man. Buy Nvidia stocks. I heard that their earnings was pretty good.
要
They beat expectations. Apparently, to people who are like big time
不会想
stock
奥
bros,
拉夫有什么收益？
天使
the Nvidia's earnings was like a bigger event than the Super Bowl. Everyone was so hyped over it.
都之前败，
Oh, this guy's going Olaf reroll.
装备好差。
He's going learning to spell Olaf reroll. Wait a second. That's actually kind of hype.
现在身上还
He has Olaf KO reroll, but he's also playing learning to spell Olaf.
帽子。哦，直接
Wait
帽
a
子
second.
天哪，对，很对。那这个
So Olaf just scales the attack speed that he gets.
服了，还剩30。
All right. That's pretty dope.
天使气这个，
今天好像一费这个第二把看起来还挺顺的啊。
两家都挺顺的。
嗯，
Oh, nice. Good job, Dargu.
都还能剩个
这
3
个
块
三阶段
Dude, Raptor's just a punching bag for all the, or he's just battling every single one of you in chat today.
待会再拎个吸血回来。
差2个魔卡。
I hit Masters for the first time this week. Congratulations, man. Okay, we had Yasuo 3, Olaf 3,
哦，好像打不过吗？
这螃蟹
Blue buff, Morello,
好变态
Runins,
啊
submit to the pits.
有个卸妆。
So probably like a Urgot
那赢了的话
Urgot Moshers.
稍微
How many people are gonna play 80 flex or 4 cost? Feels like almost nobody's playing 4 cost right now.
但是感觉如果他打弗兰西这边应该打不过。哦，出
开彩了
彩了。
哦，全
那感觉
息投影，
一费的稍微有点难受。
对于低费塔来说，不是
而且那边直接拿了个药剂师。
Ooh, Prismatic 3-2.
哦，巨杀直接给了，
采药剂，
有个整活断炉。
Healing, not attack speed. Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. That's
别
what I
把
meant.
他那儿有个双喜，
Attack speed is HP. You get scaling for health on attack
这个宁理
with AP.
巨块弗兰西，
哦，宁理的2进制很对。
And he has Gunblade BT. Oh man, amazing.
六豆的天使，但是他
Arm assist
很难
药剂，
天龙这边
Oh, he's playing Lilia.
拉满。
Playing Lilia into fast 8.
想到
Okay.
最低生命值的赚大发。
See this, and he's 96 streaking. If this gets him to stage 4 successfully, this is a lot of top players consider stuff like this tech, like learning how to play around Lilia, which is considered to be a headliner that not many people are buying. That is tech. Okay, but Lilia looks like is not doing anything this fight.
那得是
The Frodan curse, Sag. But let's say that ended up working out and he's able to streak all the way to stage 4. That's why people aren't streaming scrims, because they don't want people to know that. The good players pick up on stuff like that.
加上刚本身装备就多，然后需要装备的人也多。
She cheeks even with 3 items, I feel. Oh, you're like cheeks as in she's bad. Like she's
然后我现在
She is
左
butt
边
cheeks.
刚刚也给到
Yeah.
了第二轮选择色的海克斯，
他就是塞纳吗？
是的。
就是要赌塞纳。
Okay, we're rolling.
整活
Is it the stars are born? Stars are born? What the forge?
从哪里跌到从哪里爬起
Oh, you know, this item set is actually pretty decent on set. Wow, it's actually kind of good.
不是这样
这
吗？
个
要不然会彻底对这个阵容
啊
失去信心。
What the Forge Senna. And then you can even super fan and pop it off later if you don't want. That's not bad.
可惜了，他没刷到双喜。
Do centaurs have cheeks? I mean, I don't know. I never met one. Nor have I ever stared at one
还是说他要去
extensively.
转一个 EZ？
哎，不是，灵宝天尊刚刚是刷到双喜的，但是他没拿。啊，他刷到双喜了，他没
She
拿。
should be off tank. I mean, Lily's a support unit. She's not actually a tank.
因为我当时
She's supposed to heal.
如果说
She AoE heals.
应该会很爽，然后刷到了，但是他犹豫了很久，最后还是选择了第三个。
对，这个阵容对于装备需求。
Oh man. Archangels
集合发明感觉可能配这个
and Titans Olaf. You just get massive
这个
stats.
想法。
Man, that board is too cool.
可能他觉得双喜现在没有暴击了，没有那么强了。
这波补卡没有给宁理这边补到特别好的呀，他这个继续搞事的。
Man, CNTFC just keeps advertising everything. They advertise their chibis in the bottom left. They advertise their maps.
攻速天使 Flancy，
很关键，良心了。
感觉每个选手都有他们很
You guys, if you guys watched the China Mobile tournament with me like 2 weeks ago, they advertised like all the different chibi skins they have, and China Mobile has like twice as many chibis as we do.
两个铲子。
Two Fawn or two spatulas.
哦，
哦，
好鹅了。
So we have one Heartsteel player, Ning Li. Binary Heartsteel. I mean, the spot
最
is
喜欢用的是什么？
it has a lot of potential to pop off. We have Edge of Night Zed, Edge of Night Hodge if we want, or Gunblade even.
哦，
Okay.
科技枪。
Oh no, we don't have Edge of Night. We just use the sword.
是啊，精致。
啊，这不是应该先合个复活甲，再来个正义吗？
Is it cheaper to make it on mobile? I have no idea.
还真是。
Mobile looks a little weird when we watch it, but they have so many different things than we do.
正义复活甲。
I mean, I'll just say it. Their mobile client is like way better than ours. Our mobile client that we have in the West is like so much lamer, in my opinion.
能盲目去。
They actually have so many cool things. If China Mobile was the same version of mobile
自己的独特理解。
here, I'd probably actually play more TFT mobile. Man, this guy is still sticking on Lilia. You know what? That is commitment. He's on a 3 loss with 5 superfan Lilia, and he's like, you know what? One more. I got one more in me.
碰上的话
Exclamation point, baby.
还真不好说。
他这个除了亚索之外，别的还真有那么
Okay, we got
好啊。
really good. That Yasuo setup is really, really good.
拖的有点好，如果碰到就输了。
我感觉碰他肯定要输的，
主要斗士比较克制真伤。
而且他还有巨快踩巨
对啊
快
没，碰上，没碰上，误会真的。
还好。这波偷的也好，很会偷。
这天使
Rageblade, Gunblade, Olaf 3, learning the spell. I want them to right click and see how much AP this Olaf has, because this Olaf definitely has a lot of AP. Man. Learning the spell Olaf. I mean, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I don't know if anyone in NA is cooking up something like this, but learning the spell is a really sick augment.
杀两逆位，
再加上巨快，
嗯，
好肉啊！
很肉啊，而且成长性很高啊。
Someone check that Olaf's gloves. It gives awesome items every time. If he gets lucky gloves, imagine. Just imagine.
有良心当三星用了。
At 4-2, he just gets lucky gloves. Gold prismatic. Fully adapted cybernetic bulk. I don't know really what John Wenyu's trying to play, but it looks like he's trying to play Pentakill. He's trying to use fully adapted into Karthus,
这边
but he's kind of behind in the tempo.
唱跳，
想往五杀上靠。
但是经济好
A
像
lot of tears.
顶上有个3倍天选，还有一个
Man, he's like mid streak, not a lot of HP, not a lot of gold.
下一波
Oh, we're going Jax through.
那个经济。
挺穷的。这边
Okay.
做完5折，差一招。
One more Jax.
最近武器感觉表现都不是很好看。
Passes a Zed.
出啊！
Okay.
来呀！
这么伤，
Ayah.
看一下，反正那个拆感觉
And we got the with the Forge Senna player.
哦，这家递出来了。
He probably would want to put Zonias on like a Kali or a melee unit instead of his Senna. But the thing about Zonias is it gives you AP,
这么高啊！
and you kind of want AP sources.
而且也没有那个。
Wait, does he just have a Gammer's Blade on his bench?
你多放几
Hold on, man.
哎呦但
Don't
是
you kind of want to use it?
凝滞时间还是挺那啥的。
He's waiting to see his augment.
还不碰两个
金色，来看一下这一轮。
危机益生机，引落赠礼治疗法球。
Yeah, we got
夜晚
Edge of Night or not today. Oh my god, top middle open cell.
斗士加配巨块的殉道者很对。
Top middle's open cell 3 out of 8.
天尊的情感连接。
Jax player took heroic grab bag, instantly hit Jax 3.
一个基础牌，然后魔杖的消之柱，烈士殉道者，还有一个阿晨，怎么说？
三个都还行。
嗯，
哦，前两个都行。
HN is playing the Yasuo reroll. Remember your roots.
古典坦度。
Uh-oh.
大万。前排。
Oh, okay. We have set 2. We have Zach 1 and Yone 1 as our front line. That is not very confidence inspiring.
也算件装备。
Olaf 3, Olaf 3. Man, imagine that was RFC Olaf 3.
感觉应该赢了。
EZ 打这个三星的奥拉夫还是挺痛的。
这个控制。
Sag. I want Flancy to win this game with that board. I don't think he will though. He's kind of far behind the KO curve. He's also pushing
这
levels.
感觉补的
I guess you can roll at 7 for KO though, because you want to roll for the 4 costs. Cash out. Don't give him a TG. All component. Well, it's actually pretty good because he's playing binary.
没有大万，来个大万可以把那个多一个缸给它下了。
嗯，这边儿
长跳。
有没有点像上一把
Infusion.
弗兰西的局面？
Infusion pentakill.
而且它的天选是
That is
真的
interesting.
一个天选。
嗯，是个铁皮的天选，
哦，这边也递到很长。
对，这边
手动双喜。
对又是手动双喜。
Scrappy inventions, emotional connections. China's playing a lot of
而且
executioners.
钱花了很
Interesting.
多钱
A lot. It's doing okay in scrims. It's not particularly amazing.
但应该是没办法的，拿了一个下面。
Ooh, that stun.
控制。
Oh, that was pretty nasty. Crowd diver stun into Ophelia stun. Couldn't actually get the burst
有
off.
点没办法呀，现在这个质量。
Why is it all in Chinese? Let me see.
飞铲子
I'm going to take a guess here. But I think Chinese players
炉子拿走，很舒服。
speak Chinese. I think. I could be wrong though.
OK，这张佛页，阿晨抢到了。
CN could mean Canada though. That's not I mean CA is Canada, is it not?
那回来之后，他这个要补的还挺多呀，威虎斯只有5张。嗯，
而且他天选的沙米拉是没有装备的。
麦天选换也没换到合理的呀。
What was CN is not Canada. What are you talking about?
嗯，
CN equals Congo. Yeah.
换了。
You're not wrong.
等两波，等到
对对。
打野之后再换。
速度也很慢。
打了难地，
Why is it in Chinese?
他5连败。他这边最后是用了2个小尼扣才3的。
嗯，
I saw a Jax game played by Robin today. This exact set, not this exact setup, but
感
like
觉占有欲这个
basically very similar to this.
没办法。
And it cruised to an easy top finish. And he was like, I'm pretty sure I'm in Disneyland. I'm watching this board. It's at 30 HP. It might bot 4. I think Robin might be right. I'm not entirely sure.
搬吧。这
I mean, he did take heroic grab bag and he hit at 4-2.
强的，就是
And Robin hit at like
这个
3-7.
把 T 位的变化
But
是怎么回事儿？
他
I'm not entirely sure how
然后呢
good
还有别
Jax
的就是缓解
is. I think Jax is.
还好吧，以前
I think he's definitely playable for a top 4. I just don't think you like.
嗯，
You definitely don't win. Your win rate's super low. Like you can definitely have Jax do well in certain spots. It's just
其实这个开影还行，开影很。
I feel like he's more positioning dependent and he falls off really hard late game, especially against the Heartsteel Jazz boards.
预测一下这个武器 器这把
Jax
可能
has
吃到
conditions. I mean, every real combat has conditions.
但感觉他海克斯的还不错。哎，
触发
这没事了，
没事了。
武器就这。
过前排过太久了，有点太肉了。
Yeah, Zonia's is one of them. Zonia, if you get Zonia's, it's really good on Jax for sure. That is one of them.
宁林也打出了连胜啊，开始冒火。
嗯，两家刚都在连胜，一个是
What's better, EDM or Mosher Jax? I mean, if you're playing Submit to the Pit, people really want to play for 6 Moshers ASAP, and you flex around the traits. But if you were to theoretically maximize the power of Jax individually, you would want to go for 5 EDM and 6 Mosher.
感觉
But the real 10 head play, the real 5 head 200 IQ play is to play Jax 3 and then sell it at level 10. Fast 10, sell it at 10. Play for Mosher, Yorick,
他好稳啊，
他想
and then put the items on like Ziggs or something in the back line,
他可能想把扎克
like JG Ziggs,
推到二，
and tie that with Deluxe.
突然之间鸟
As if you want to win the game.
他换天选了。
应该是第一次过程当中碰到。
So you basically use Jax to like curve out and get to that top 2, top 3, get to like level 9, level 10, and then sell it.
3台卷，
他没有死歌，
有
阿卡丽是有的呀，可能是那个装备比较好，所以那个
Oh my god.
有这把
That Jax just tanked all that Vex damage. That's crazy. What the heck? Olaf? Come on, Olaf. Learning to spell Olaf. Come on, Olaf. Yes. Oh, yes.
叠起来了。
No. Oh, man.
张死哥，
能苟一步是一波了，这属于是。
没办法，前排薄的跟纸一样。
铲子也没补出5杀，
嗯，这把就是所有不对的地方都凑齐了。
Don't worry. It was the... Oh, my God. These items. Rage Blade, red buff. Okay, hold on. This Olaf setup. Rage Blade, red buff, Thief's Gloves on Olaf 3 with Marty Air, Cybernetic Bulk 3, and learning the spell. Hold on one second.
这个3刀
Hold on one second.
水平上可以走。
We're also still stuck on 8 KOs. If we had KO 3, different story. KO 3, different story.
可能觉得2个 C 位都是5杀，还是想留这个3杀。然后前排再硬一点儿。
Oh, no, not the Jin. Not the Jin. No. Oh, man. This is so sad. And these fights are so important. I'm pretty sure these fights would determine whether or not Flinty can top 4. He can, even though he's 2nd in HP, that loss is like a really big deal. He might go like 5th now. Because like you're not strong enough to beat these like late game boards. Okay, hit KO 3. That's huge. That helps.
3、5杀3刀锋6斗。再加上
6 Bruiser,
6了
海克斯太对，
KO Olaf.
5连败，这么弱啊！
Man, China is cooking.
他后面质量补不上来了，
Yas 3.
艾克都敌不到。
Oh, the Yasuo's onto the Jax early. Oh my god.
秒掉了，
刚刚
How much AD does this Yasuo have?
看的原因
That guy's dead. The Jax went 8th.
抬走了。
No way, man. You went 8th?
那直接
Actually 8th?
有武器。
对对，碰见我
那这么看来的话，那个武器是真不行。我还以为这把武器能稍微的
Jazz Emblem.
晴天和灵宝天尊刚刚也是相继淘汰啊。
这个绝
Oh man, that's depressing. That is depressing.
你们刚刚有没有看见外面好像有一家是6张死歌？
啊，是啊，
是的，是的，
No 8-bit for Riven, so we don't really need any more. Country, I don't think anyone can use a country.
拿了
Big Shot Ziggs is actually kind of good for the Hearthstone boards.
再加上他也没
Because you just play Ziggs and you put the Big Shot on like a Lucian or something.
请神，请童谣。
啊，
Viego 1.
待会爆 Nico。
Okay, we're rolling on 8.
八口还真能
I guess
做
he's just a beast. Man. It says Lucian 2 on 8. Okay.
And Jin 2 on 8? Does this guy have... Is there something I'm missing here? This guy's at level 8, 3% odds. And he just hits both of these as if he's at level 10.
他这个圣杯
And he doesn't even apologize. He just didn't say anything.
可能想加压启动。
No react. Not even a spike in heart rate. I need to look at his heart rate. What was his heart rate? His heart rate went down. He was at 130. It's like, oh, Jin 2 and Lucian 2, huh? And his heart rate goes down. Yeah, okay. That's his real heart rate. I believe it.
锤石刚来了也没合，
His drop rate went from 130 to 126. Oh, man.
可能想加压启动。
也可能吧，还真是。
After you hit, you are being chilling. I mean, you're not wrong. If anything, the stress
现在好
reduces.
像也
But,
一直在打，但是没办。
I mean, not even a shred of excitement.
他这波补了太强了，2星卢山和2星的镜。
Olaf 3, the learning spell Olaf 3. Come on,
他实
Flancy.
在永远是
Come on, Flancy.
永远是弗兰西这边。
Dude, why is this Olaf rolling Nasher's bow? It's just feeding mana to the Karthus.
哎呦，
No, that's a Thescop's diff. That's a Thescop's diff.
这个
What is that? Why are we still getting 1.5 items?
点了哦。
Oh my god.
所以是奥拉
Nashers is so useless. He actually rolled Nashers bow. Like, Olaf doesn't even have mana. He can't even activate it.
太离谱了，
这边递的真的好夸张啊！他甚至还有两张掘墓，
8级啊，
Okay, he's still my top 4. He's still my top
甚
4.
至可能
8
比
级当10级在打是吧？
比他们9人口递的还要好。
你这相对比之下，
Adaptive Olaf. I mean, like, it's still better than Nashers.
但
You
是
still get the magic resistance and the armor. The resist is kind of nice.
你这边感觉很难上去
哦，这个
但是
绝
他是有
Okay, man, this guy is just cheating. Binary, Jin 2, Lucian 2,
考虑去上9。
他想8块把质量补满，但是没有想到
rolls GS and Deathblade.
4倍来的，
Wait a second. Is Yasuo about to diff the Oh, okay, okay.
出来也不没用。
That was actually kind of unfortunate because Yasuo went back to the front line. But if he made his way to the back line,
那可以前进了1名。
maybe. I mean, there's so many threats. It's probably gonna be hard to get it all done.
应该还是第一，
Olaf 3, Olaf 3.
第5加4分，然后上一打9分，一共13分。
Man, I'm starting to think learning to spell Olaf is not very good.
进不了前2了，被死个炸死2
I'm starting to think that this learning to spell Olaf is not very good at all.
这是给到战文玉刚刚淘汰的画面。哎呀，好饱满啊，他这个，但是怎么只有
5
11
连败
滴血？怎么只有11滴血？
Do you miss threats? Sort of, but we kind of have threats this
这个
set.
打新之刚很难打，
Alawi's kind of a threat. Poppy's kind of a threat.
主要是他
You just
可能
play those units on your
打
board,
也不是很好但打
regardless
出
of
来就
synergy, and
是
have amazing impact.
好第3星色题，
3色叠2星佛叶，2星扎克， 这题应该很难递。
这边上9。
Okay, Z2, Ezreal 2.
你递光了
递。的没那边8级好。
对。
I mean, this guy got the Ziggs big shot, right? So this is what he's currently playing. 4 big shots.
拉9补个飞机可就太抽象了呀。
我就说嘛，他这边
TG.
掘墓，这是我们
C 位
能看的吗
太多了，他 C 位太多了。
那感觉他
还碰上了。
可以提前开香槟了呀。
Sort of punished for putting Rod on Lucian. He also has a tactician's crown he can use for binary.
这两家 EZ 其实海克斯
But I guess he just felt like Thescos was better. Maybe he didn't have an item he wanted for Thresh.
但是面板质量差太多了。
你这边
Still at level 8, 0 gold, by the way.
耗死了，不到前2。
啊，这个塞纳打前排还
好像
是有点猛。
好像弗兰西这边自从迅哥说
Learn to spell. How would he gain AP? I mean, you would gain AP by that's a 4th Sag. You gain AP by killing things.
原来是迅哥问题是吧？
The problem is the Kale didn't actually do enough.
刚刚都没怎么给他镜头，都没注意到。这儿还有个镜子复出来多一个阿卡丽，也多个人口，9口当10。
What the Forge Senna?
他也没有其他。
Trickster's Glass, Sniper's Focus, Akali.
整活断楼加魔杖多。
Okay. Okay.
4、5、6、7、8、9、10。
Okay, let him cook. 91. I could believe this heart rate. This guy has the first believable heart rate that I've seen in this tournament. 90.
There's some people who are like 130 sitting down during stage 1.
那个
This guy's at 90.
是12件，是
Oh no, our son got locked down by
质
Thresh.
疑了一次上瘾了，这个行为很不好呀。
不是我们一直在算
No, we don't have enough DPS. Senna can't deal with this without Kiana too.
不好算了。
He does have a Kali, but doesn't have Kiana. He also has like what the forge items, which are a little bit awkward. Can't really optimize for burst.
好，现在前排也饱满了之后，这个假人是放到前排去给了，不用放后排启动了。
我刚刚还在想他怎么不考虑
Why take
小
magic
九
wand? I don't know. I didn't see his augments, but
嗯，
the magic damage that you get on your team is relevant, and maybe it's an extra component for what the
而
forge.
且外面的血量好像也不足以让。
I mean, this is a pretty good third, like all things considering. He might even go second, depending on how
哇，这个突
like his matchmaking is. Maybe he goes up against the ghost, and then ghost
口
beats.
当12口。
No, he's not. He's going against the real thing. But he could have played for second potentially.
这边9级的2星炸弹人一张镜都没有，
嗯，
有卡莎。
I mean, these item setup
抽东
is
西也挺抽象的。
for what the forge is actually pretty good. Oh,
看同样都是塞纳。
oh, almost. Echo had a chance to do the craziest thing. He almost just walked up to the back line and wait.
收了。
He hasn't practiced Zonias. He won. Oh, that's huge. The Echo almost walked to the back and AoE stunned everybody.
嗯，
宁理这把应该就是已经熟了。
狐狸。
Okay.
可惜这不是。
It doesn't really matter what you pick as a Senna player. Just
不是
take anything.
在想三星的事情
It transforms.
思维你知道吧？不自
有一个
觉的想
镜，子，
对，
然后待会儿再搞一个2星，问怎么不合啊
怎？么不合呀？
因为不熟，所以不合。
Exclamation point Frodan. Wait, what did I do?
是
嗯，
也还好，他有个炸弹人。
Okay,
但是
Q cone.
这波还好，等于启动加。
Probably better for frontline than it is backline.
这波反正比上一波。
We got his Zonias for the
上一
Ari.
波所有的东西里头
Okay.
就只有救赎提供的那个。
Zonias for the Ari.
嗯，
Rolling down, see if you can find Kiana.
嗯，
Oh wait, actually he's only on 4 true damage.
确实从哪里
爬起来了
爬起来了。
嗯
Interesting.
打出一个顶配的质量。
阿
主要是这个
晨那边
整活整
He doesn't have anti-heal. The biggest problem with What the Forge is you don't have anti-heal and you don't have shred.
那
They're just like stuck without that kind of stuff.
第二名
等会儿看一
I
下
guess true damage is like one comp that can
怎么样。
sort of not feel as bad because you get all this bonus true damage.
应该不会，这个
Oh my god, this Jin is
没有
filthy.
点问题。那小猪猪那边呢？看一下，
2只，
哦双杀。
直接双杀。
Wait,
小
oh,
猪猪
double kill, double
我
kill.
们最后也要恭喜宁理这一把大
Man,
心
this
脏
guy is such a high roller. He just hit Jin 2 and Lucian 2 at 8.
开出了5缸。
Stays at 8 for the entire game and just wins.
提到了这一点，然后凭借着后续在8人口追出了5属于
How do you respond to the allegations? No comment.
然后拿到了我们第2场的登顶，而且是在首局。
You think it's worth to go for more 8-bit emblems if you have 6 just to spread the bonus?
目前为止的2费卡
It depends. You need good holders of it because you don't want to put 8-bit emblem on like a Kale. Like it doesn't do
算
much.
是
But if you have an 8-bit emblem on a Lucian and a like Lucian, if you put it on Lucian and you have one on like Viego, it does a lot of
比较
work.
高的上限。
8-bit emblem on like Mordecai doesn't do anything.
第一局是
Think about like who wants the AD of what makes it so
这
insane.
的话是总积分12分，然后第2局现在阿晨是拿
All right. This is Tanner, by the way. Tanner, everyone says that Tanner's E is CN Frodan, but in reality, I'm NA Tanner. This guy is the true CN goat. He translates everything.
哇，好爽啊！哎呀，眼镜也该换了。他查大数据这个网站。
Dude, how come we don't have like a trophy to remember our winners? This is everybody who won regionals in China for the past sets. This is Chitu. This is Ahao. This is Shunga. Honglian. Like where are our memories? I bet you guys can't even tell. You guys don't even remember who won set 4 regionals.
定的数据，
Okay, there's probably a few people who do.
再加上一个2进制，这也是迅高刚不足。先来看一下赛后数据啊。第一名也就是我们刚刚聊到的这个。
That's right. It's Kermax. It's Kermax.
层质量新之刚，相比前
Who won set 5 regionals?
把战力应该在8的那种感觉，看着质量。
然后
Hold on one second.
没有拿到第7、第8嘛。规避掉
Soju, you
这个
get.
分数
Man, this is why I know, like, no flame. This is why I feel like we do a bad job as casters, because you guys don't even know this. You guys should know this. Robin set 5 won regionals. He went 1-1-1-1-5-1. But you guys remember the legendary Robin songs run? How could you remember? It's up there for, and as a result, when Robin went 1-1-1-1-5-1, he got nominated for Esports Rookie of the Year. Robin Songs Esports Awards Rookie of the Year. Esports Awards 2021. Esports Awards on Twitter. Your finalist, Robin Songs from Team Liquid, is up for Esports PC Rookie of the Year. What is this picture? Hold on a second. Okay, man. This is some AI generated shit. Who put this through Mid-Journey? This is like what Mid-Journey thinks Robin Songs looks like. 67 likes. You know what? I'll be like number 68. Who wants to be like number 69? Anyways, Robin went 1-1-1-1-5-1. Retweet it. If he wins. If he wins this year. Anyways, Robin won regionals and was esports Rookie of the Year. The oldest rookie who ever happened. The oldest rookie ever. Anyways, that was set 5. Oh, what is this? Is this like a musical performance? This is Juan Mei. I don't know who these people. Oh, this is a caster. 11. Oh, this is the final. This is where the finals are. It's like an event thing. What's going on over here? And this crowd is going crazy. I love it. TFT nerds. I love it. All right, game 3 coming up. Okay, which one is this one? Which one is this one? This one is a gold generating one. Enhanced rune bonus. Okay, so it's probably Augment payout.
给我可能就会选那个3倍一级，我要去
拼钢是吧？
对，我要去赌色体或者是永恩。
啊，迅哥应该也是最想要这两个。
No challenge, but that's gonna be after. That's gonna be after. Robin just got second in Heartsteel Cup. Yeah. Look, listen, I'm a Robin fan. I'm a Robin fan. I might be one of the only Robin fans that's actually older than Robin. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm actually older than Robin himself. Before there were oceans, I was there. And you know who was also born before that? Me. Frodan. Man, I'm so sad that we don't have TFT Summit, because we have so many more TFT skits and jokes that we didn't film. We just took the best ones that we could do at that time. And we also had... Oh, man, you know what? I don't want to spoil it. In case we ever find a way to make it happen, there are some amazing skit ideas like that we have planned. I have some really freaking good ones. I'm not gonna share it though. I don't want to spoil it. You may be older, but you aren't. All right. True. I'm younger in spirit. Robin like dyes his hair to try to look young. He's trying to fool you all. I would never do that. Someone took too healthy. I want to see what they do with that. There's been people who've been saying Too Healthy is really, really good.
什么阵容要就是受益量是最大的呀？
Stars Are Born.
有没有什么
Stars Are
说法
Born with Evelyn. Okay, kind of a panic buy.
过度厉害啊！
But he has Twitch
如
too.
果你是女警 C 的话，就可以搭盖伦。对。
然后还
The
有一张
Smash Summit skits are pretty funny, but I swear the TFT acting would be so off. Here's the funny thing: they aren't even
拿
acting.
一个熟属人，
This was before Setsuko even blew up as a streamer.
点实力的。
We had Setsuko on the stand just barking.
还真是。
We didn't have to have him act at all. He was a one-take wonder. He literally did it in one take, and everyone was like, "Whoa, that was pretty good." I think we got it. I think we got it. Yeah, let's cut, and then we just let. And he just and Setsuko sat there for 5 hours during the filming, waiting. He sat there for like 5 hours,
还不是，好像他不是平
going through his TFT withdrawal. You know, he was like a crack addict in the alley. He was like scratching his neck and like rubbing his elbow and just like.
保底了。
His phone literally ran out of battery because he was just browsing tactics.tools because the set 8 launched
应该不行。
and he was just sitting there, like just couldn't play, being a complete junkie going through withdrawal. He waits 5 hours. He gets on the stand to testify against Milk because this was the Milk versus Bebe skit.
他打的那个
Nails it in one
3
take,
张2飞卡的，
and then we don't do it. And didn't do anything for another 2 hours. He was so tilted. Inspiring epitaph.
这个过渡很舒服。
I mean, I guess it's still an okay augment to take. You're not happy to take it early though.
朋克，他这个
Baby trial part 2. I mean, maybe by the time if we ever find a way to revive Summit,
但除非变个怪物出来。
I don't know if we will, but like if we ever do, maybe people will overlook Baby. It feels like if he does, he has to like be willing to get made fun of relentlessly, which we knew last time he was. He was down. The part of what made Summit so charming
疏解
is that Bebe was down to get mocked every single corner and like and
该
memed
想
on.
玩什么
And that helped a ton.
通用装，
Maybe he'll be back to do it again.
这种都可以。
Why no more Summit? Oh, because there's actually one really important thing that we don't have with
相
Summit.
之前来说
It's
这个
money.
赛季装备很好合，
We don't have a lot of money.
就不会像说一开始开局的时候给你发3件装
Pretty
备3件
expensive to
装备
make.
那种情况变少了。
这个赛季怎么都会想个角度把装备合了，反正都凑合能力。
And then the company ended up closing down. The company that made it closed down. It was called Beyond the Summits. They did a bunch of other Summit events for Counter-Strike and Dota and Smash. If you guys ever watched Smash Bros. Competitively, it's the Smash Summit. It's the same people that did that. They went out of business.
他拿那个海哥
And then thankfully, they got bought by Off Brand, which is Ludwig's production company.
免疫有味。
So they're running events for Ludwig, but sadly, Ludwig does not really like TFT very much.
一般拿这种装备开是想走连胜的，其实。
有一张色体，哎，
哎，有
有个
产，
1块钱的，
好像好。
读下去。
There's a video where Ludwig tried to play with Sea Dog. Sea Dog was like, "Let me introduce you." Like Sea Dog has this amazing voice, so I can't even replicate it.
对，也很像。
But he was like, "Let me introduce you to this amazing game, one of my favorite games in the world, Team Fight Tactics."
出产子吧。
And Ludwig just like, if you never seen that video one and you like this kind of content, you should go watch it because it's hilarious. But he was so pissed at the game. He didn't even know how to make items.
2杠4，
He didn't understand the concept of 2-starring anything. Like he just didn't get it. So he just like it was painful, but it was really funny. But he got so pissed at the game.
非常赤裸的3缸。
刚的这个特效也很帅，小车一开。哦，
Just to give you a point of reference,
怎么输啊
the？ TFT players agreed that the Vegas event was the best event that's ever happened for the community. Like Setsuko and Soju and Dish Soap and me, Bryce, my wife Taylor, who else was there?
饱满啊
We were all sitting in the hotel together at the end of Vegas.
阿成这边甚至还
And
一口，但是老师
we all kind of looked at each other. Oh, Prestivan was there. And Milk was there. Everyone was there. And then I forgot who said it, but I think it was Milk. Milk's like, I don't know. Like this event was amazing and it was really good for the community, but I think that I had a better time at Summit, even despite how awesome this was. That's how good Summit was. And we all looked at each other and we're like, yeah, actually, that's actually really true. Like Vegas was really, without a doubt, amazing, super good, and I'm glad that we had that experience, and certainly the best thing that's ever happened to the TFT scene. But Summit was that special for everyone who went. Like everyone who was there kind of knows exactly how good of an event that was. It was incredible. Hey fan, where can I watch replays VODs and Hearthstone Cup? Probably on his Twitch channel, twitch.tv/replay TFT, I think. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so we got this guy streaking, trying to finish it off with Punk, and then relay this into what? He's want to play MF. He's holding Bard and MF. I mean, probably not. I don't think inspiring MF makes me think I'm playing Jazz reroll. Maybe I'm a hater, but I think Jazz reroll is kind of fraudulent. Speaking of replay, I think Jazz reroll is a little fraudulent.
可能也是两个方面选择吧。
像赌天使。
Some is cool, but something open like Vegas feels much better. I think both are good, right? Like I think everyone, again, I just want to reiterate, everyone acknowledges like how awesome the Vegas event was. I think they're talking about their own personalized experience. If they're talking about what they personally enjoyed more, I think a lot of those people just personally enjoyed the summit. The TFT Open event, it was kind of hard for people to even hang out with each other because there was so much going on. There was so much going on between the events and people doing the co-stream stuff and then people doing the meet and greets and all the other stuff going on. It was kind of hard for everyone to hang out and be like, I barely talked to some players that I was like hoping to meet up with again. How guarded? Dazzler Bard. I mean, it's good to buy it now anyways. Having both the items. Hard steal. Vegas was so sick to be at because it felt like a grassroots events, but I don't know if Riot would be able to recreate that feeling. I think they can. I don't know if it'll be the same because part of what made it so hype was the local feeling of it. Like North America is cheering on North America. Wherever we go, if we go to Europe, the local Europe fans have to be kind of like as rowdy. If we go to South America, you know, we know those guys can be rowdy. If it's Asia, like same thing. Wherever we go. I hope they can bring that same energy. Okay, we got return on investment. Top right. Too healthy and rich get richer. Okay. So, too healthy doesn't look like he's going for reroll. Looks like he's just pushing levels. Oh, is another Jax game? Stars are born Jax? I don't think so. He has IE. What was Summit? I wasn't into TFT back then. It's like a house cup. I don't know if you watched. It's a tournament. It's an informal tournament where the players are casters and the casters are players. Everyone's in the same venue. And it's very laid back. I mean, honestly, you should, if you don't know what it is and you're a big TFT fan, you should maybe go back and watch it. It's that good. I'm actually convinced that it's still aged pretty well, like in the sense that even if you don't really know set 8, just like learn, because we were all learning it at the same time, so a lot of it was explanational, right? Or we were trying to like explain how the set worked. Part of what made Summit really cool too was that was the first time a lot of people met IRL. Like that was the first time all of us met Dish Soap. That was a lot of times the first people met Setsuko. That was the first time that a lot of people met like Rainplosion, so on and so forth. Happies. Everyone in the same house, playing games and taking turns casting each other's games and being very loose and having fun.
直接给波比。
他可能
直接给波比。
天龙那边也是继续自己的连胜，现在已经是7连胜到手了。
天尊这边。
So what do we want to play here? What do we want to play? Looks like a lot of people are playing 80 flags. Like we have like half the lobby going for Hearthstone 80 flags. We finally have an NA lobby. 4 or 5 people playing Hearthstone. I think we're gonna see a lot of that. Based off what I'm seeing in scrims, a lot of people in NA just still want to play Hearthstone, and a lot of them shouldn't be.
还得是攻击频率啊。
就金克斯帮他拿到了一个8连胜。
Who gave you the best and worst impression IRL of what you expect them to be?
再加上刚才他是3护卫没开急射，现在
Best and worst impression? What do you mean? Like, who gave me the who like in terms of like do I like them or like in terms of how they presented themselves to me as a person?
别的好像就没有特别好的了。
I'm not sure if I understand.
但感觉玩5杀的话，这玩意儿该拿也得拿呀。
You think it's because rolling for 2 gods is too situational? Not really. It's more like a lot of players, if they don't know what to do, they go for Heartsteel. Or like if they have items that they think like a lot of people think they if they slam Infinity Edge and they have an opportunity to play for tempo, it's like okay, it's a Heartsteel game. And that's almost like the entire criteria of what they do. They're like, okay, like AD components, it's a Heartsteel game. And that's really like all they think about for the most part. They're not putting that much thought into it. Who gave your Riz versus Ick? Well, I feel like I don't want to shit talk people who gave me Ick, and that's not many people. TFT players are generally very chill. I would say that one of the best first impressions I've ever got was President. The first time I met President, he's just like this very energetic, bubbly, social butterfly. Like everywhere he goes, President. You know what, President? He's like a little golden retriever. He's just like very happy and positive and fun and laughing and always trying to get people involved. And he remembers everyone's names. He's asking how everyone's doing. That kind of thing. He's a little golden retriever. President said a really good first impression on me the first time I met him.
感觉现在玩地费卡不能就是纯连败，除非你数量很多。
换了，反正也没连胜。
Hey, Yone. Ooh, is it a Yone game?
有吗？有钢的。
He kind of has some of the components for it. Yone with 2 healthy doesn't really make sense. I mean, 2 healthy can be a good Heartsteel line as well. You just play Bard and Aphelios and maybe one other unit. Like Garen / Gragas. I mean, you're not happy to play those units, but if you have 2 healthy, it makes it way better.
阿成这边应该也是个钢，对，只不过在过渡没有钢。
Why little? Oh, I mean, he's not like a big golden retriever. And I don't know what to say.
天龙还在连胜，
之前打了个10连胜，18、9连胜，没有7级启动的去断它，大家都是在上8，要么就是6级地的，没地出3星的。
President's like a little fun-sized golden retriever. Good vibes. It's not like I'm. It's not even like I'm super tall or anything. I'm like an average height. For an American, I'm not average height for like a random Dutch guy. Okay. Looked it up, and Dutch people are like over 6 feet tall on average. I don't know what they're feeding you over there. Bread and meat deli cutlets and tea. But over here in America, I'm considered average height. Okay, what are you rolling for here? He's rolling at 6 for Seraphine. He has extra Evelyn's as well. He's probably gonna sell it. Like I wasn't sure if he was like trying to go for Katarina or something like that, but it's probably Seraphine. Okay, Seraphine 3.
还不错，还不错。
不难受了，现在
就可算是递出来了。
Shiv Morello. Oof.
装备
Maybe
装备感觉不是很好，
maybe Rageblade Morello.
要不那个也做了。
免位吗？
对呀、那个要不也。
We already have Shiv, so we don't necessarily need Spark. Also, this is becoming more a common trend in China. They actually put Shiv on Seraphine a lot. It's very interesting. They actually sometimes build her like this. They build her full utility.
比较
但是后排是站一起了，不过没
No way. We lose to Jinx too?
那太伤了吧！
Really?
天龙。
启动了一波没打过人家过渡的。
Is Pressman taller than Sasugo? No. No.
施法技
Sasugo's a little taller than me.
应该免有位也行，主要他已经有一个的话，
他有2个免位，而且有一个拆卸，
他分开了，
他有一个拆卸，嗯，
主要他需要装备去吃链路，哦，直接那就是。
But like, I've seen China go Shiv on Seraphine multiple times now. This is probably the 3rd time I've seen it.
生命韵律刚看。
They sometimes do like Shiv and something else. One person played Shiv and Adaptive.
开了个无反出来。
But this is not the first time I've seen them build full utility on her either.
哦，这个可以，就拿这个了，这个得用很久了。
He has remover, yeah, and you also have super fans, so you could always like remove it if you really want. But we have seen, I'm telling you that this is like the 2nd or 3rd time I've seen someone play like
感
this.
觉这边递的好舒服啊。
I'm 6'1", I've heard Boxblock is tall AF. Yeah, Boxblock is pretty tall as well.
他有容错的。
那边在坐牢。
Boxblock is tall, Soju's tall, Milk is very tall.
再怎么的做大做强。
Relative to us.
哎，但是怎么说
And everyone else is like average height or shorter.
回血回来了。
没有怎么说。
太业余了。
坏了。
Yeah, Soju's tall. You can't tell because he's often slouching below. He's often just hiding like from the webcam entirely and just has his forehead. But Soju's pretty tall. Soju's like also like kind of thick, with like 2 C's, you know.
目前来看好像过得都还行，没有那种受害者。
这家药剂师加那个小学生，哎。
Like I'm not looking, but when I am, it's pretty respectful. Like, but he's a little thick. He's got like that tight end quads, you know, and big broad shoulders and back. He's kind of thick. If he got a little mini tan, he'd be the triple threat. Tall, thick, and tanned. But sometimes you just settle for the double.
感觉不太舒服呀。还好血量高，
扛2波在，
而且他还有钱。
主要卡太热门了，扎克那些卡。
A Z2 gifts the fallen martyr. Ooh. Okay, Seraphine. Seraphine, okay.
再杀一只吗？
Like all these units just kind of clumping around. Seraphine can kind of get some work in. She barely cast though. Maybe he's thinking cybernetic uplink is like enough to hold it over. Oh my god.
4.5，但这波感觉还得花钱呀。选秀看能不能补点。
How buff is Milk? Not very buff. Not very buff. Milk fell off the fitness train, and he, according to him, he was gaining. Like, okay, it's so funny. When Milk was lifting, he was gaining weight, which is a good thing, and he thought that was a bad thing. And then he stopped lifting and he started losing weight, and he thought that was a good thing, but that's a bad thing. When you're trying to get swole, you actually want to gain weight because that's more muscle mass that you're gaining. But he kept thinking like it's crazy. He's like I forgot what his exact weight was, but it was like he was like 180 or 185 or something like that, and he wanted to lose weight. And if you're like over 6 feet tall, he's like 6'1". That's not a lot. Like that's not a lot left, man. Like what do you want? What do you want to lose weight from? Like your rib cage? Like what do you at this point? He's like, no. I'm like fat. I'm like, okay, bro. Either you have some amazing body dysmorphia, or like you're just not reading the right like nutrition things about getting fit and getting swole. I low-key think it's like the Asian upbringing, right? Because Asian people like to make fun of people for being fat all the time, but in reality, those people just have anorexia. It's like a big thing in, at least in American Asian culture. Some people in chat know what I'm talking about.
没了，他这个差一张差挺久了。
阿卡丽能全杀了吗？
Whereas how you should gain weight. That's what I said. I was like, dude, you should be gaining weight.
所以这个扎克
You're underweight in my opinion.
哦，扎克还在控，
He's like, no, I'm fat. Despairs.
你扎主要是有个重伤，没有重伤的话应该是能赢的。
蓝 buff 双无尽。
Okay, so we went 2 healthy, level 8, roll down. Playing Kaisa, Philios, and Bard as our 2 healthy. Wait, this guy's still playing Punk. He's fast. He's playing Punk Fast 9. What the heck? Is that real? Hold on a second. This guy's playing Punk into Fast 9? Balance budget? Huh. He pre-leveled to 9.
还是很健康的。
确实。
哦，这家钱也存起来了。
What the heck? That is actually so wild.
还得
2 healthy, ramping rhythm.
但是
Caitlyn.
应该是要滑上去了。
他这个女警能帮他换点怪。
Hi, Frodan. I only started watching your stream, but I just want to thank you for all the knowledge and insight you provided your viewers. I hit Master State for the first time after being Hearthstone Platinum Diamond since at 9. You've contributed to how I approach and think about the game. I appreciate what you provide to the community. Keep it up. Good work. Thank you, Fox Spike. Paid chat. The guy's not paid chatter.
在哪儿都能拉点儿出来。
Think I would pay for a comment like that?
还是能再狙一下。哎呀，
哎呦，没有那个盾还真赢了。
How desperate do you think I
这个
am?
情侣不奶出来的话，这波就赢
Don't
了
answer that question.
选秀拿那张琴你是对的。
Anyways,
绿琴的理解，
thank you, Fox Spike. Your check's in the mail.
好多钱。
好有米啊！
I get complained that I'm fat by my family. I get complained that I don't eat enough when I decide to eat a bit less food. If honestly, if you're happy with the way your body looks, don't let anyone tell you otherwise. That's not an excuse to treat your body like shit. Some people use that as a license to like be degenerate and mistreat their bodies, and like it will catch up to some of y'all. But for the vast majority of other people who aren't using it as a license to like to destroy your own body,
他现在是要后排天
you're perfectly fine just as you are.
多的其实。
那就差一个炉子天选了。哎，他又来了，这张佛爷。
哎，女警天选也是，但是他没叠比特的。
He passed Zed, by the way. He rolled down half his gold. He didn't even buy this EDM Zed.
还能出。
I don't actually understand that. Maybe he doesn't have Zed
要
items.
后排天选好一点，他前排
At least buy like 1 Zed.
那就差一个炉子天选了。哎
Interesting.
这张佛爷。
Interesting. So by the way, this guy Tianlong is kind of he's been known as like a ladder demon. Every set, this guy is usually top 20 on ladder. What is he doing?
不了天选了，
Is he rolling for the 5 cost?
得拿一个前排天选了，没办法了。
Is he like, surely I roll so many gold. If I roll 20 times,
哦拿了。
别拿了，
I'll see a 5 cost.
可以可以可以，进也两只了。
有人
I mean, he bought Poppy. Poppy's pretty good too. He hit Lucian too. Never punished. Never punished.
青龙刀偷偷。
I mean, never punished, but at the same time, he rolled so much gold.
已经了，他可能就 EZ 就用来打工了，
So undeserved.
然后带功能装。
I mean, his board is really good now.
吃缸
His board's like really, really good now.
42血开始吃缸，
What if this guy clears everyone and wins the world championship? Are we still gonna say
都
undeserved?
是
没成型的
没，成型的，还是江巴打过的。
没事，他还在提升，
换一下巴德，
他是那
换一下巴德。
个吸血习性。
嗯，
Payment received? No problem.
干拉
Mosher's a comp without submit.
是干拉
Kind of, yeah.
凉刀
You can. You can go 6 Moshers. There's other ways you can play it, but submit to the pit is one of the best ways to enable that comp.
嗯，
掘墓，
感觉可以换武器，但是换了就没有高武曲了。
4舞曲跟5舞曲现在没什么太大差别。哎呦，这芬妮直接
I think that play is a math question about how likely he is to hit certain things, and depending on how much gold he rolled for that.
充电器直接
Yeah,
给
I don't know, but the thing is, he had like 26 gold left when he had Zed in the shop. I don't know. That's
因为外面
it's a little sus to me, you guys. It's a little sus to me.
游龙吗？
不会吧？
Healing Sona. China plays a lot of Healing Sona.
应该还能游起来吧？
A lot of Healing Sona.
应该不太能杀，主要留的
Saw that yesterday as well.
游起来，如果单一个的话还不一定。哎
We saw someone play triple Rage Blade Healing Sona, and then they died. I think they went 8th,
芬妮原来
but that was an SEA. That was an SEA.
还真是，
吉祥物，
哇，两家都是 这家没有结。
这家是我们前面看的那家看着比较糊的那家吗？但他现在
Oh, he sold the poppy for Thresh.
上不了9。
那个
Wait a second.
哦，他在追3星锤石。
这个很难追啊。
I mean, I guess Poppy's not like particularly that good without items. But what is he rolling for? What is he rolling for?
如果是武者的话，武者哎，不过 emo 也会比这个也不会差。
应该不会比，
主要他都没有装备，
应该不会比乡村的差。
I guess we don't really know. Maybe Thresh was in the shop and he just went 1-to-1 trade. But like it's hard to see without context. Like if you it might have been at the beginning of his turn before he rolled, or did he roll into it? I mean, at that point he rolled for the Alawi too as well. Thresh is better after 5-5. I can see that. Yeah, I don't know if he open sold it. I don't know if he open sold it or not. But Poppy no items is not that threatening. He also has 6 Threshes. You could go for Thresh 3. Is he going for Big Shot Ezreal? I don't think so. I think his backline is really good because he has Lucian too. But and he has no items for Ezreal. I'd be surprised if he was rolling for Ezreal. If you haven't heard already, a lot of people think Ezreal is like tier 3 of what you're looking for when you're rolling down. Tier 1 is like Poppy Zed, that kind of stuff, and tier 2 is like Caitlyn and Akali and some other units, and then like Ezreal's like below that. Okay, Jazz Lucian. Okay. His items are like a little scuffed for Lucian, but I mean better than nothing. It's not like they're useless on him. Okay, we kind of have a DPS issue though. Oh man. Oh man. This loss is pretty hurtful. It hurts a lot too. 10 HP. Flancy loss. Oh man, it's so close. What happens to Xiaozhi? It's not even that good. Yeah, it's not like as insane for a spot as you would hope it would be. KDA and Pentakill, little buddies. This is John Wen Yu, and he just got eliminated. So he just went 7th, and he's just staring at his monitor. He also looks a little high. You gotta whisper? Oh yeah, I'll look at it after stream.
好缺装备啊，来点装备就无敌了。
选秀先搞个偷偷给节目。
Rageblade makes the DPS for Lucian a lot better. Scales his ult so well. His ult scales the ability, and then the attack speed helps him scale it again. Just good. Man, Lucian is cool. I think they did a good job this set, making all the legendaries feel pretty cool. The least cool legendary? Who's the least cool legendary? I mean, Sona's pretty cool. Ziggs is pretty cool. Lucian's cool. Jhin is awesome. Alawi's pretty cool. Yorick is pretty cool. Kayn. I mean, Kayn's pretty cool too. Goes in and just spins and slices and dices. I think Kayn's cool. Legendaries feel good this set.
这边9级，他刚好像是有70多块吧，没有。
很难出，很难出。
太难出了，这要一定的运气的。
阿申并没有想换，但是他一不小心地到了。
对他可能其实是想地一下其他的。
Sona feels like shit. Okay, but like even if Sona feels like situation awkward, she's kind of cool though. I'm talking about like the design of it. I guess Kayn is like the least flashy because he just kind of spins in a little circle. He's not doing like, you know, wild shit like Jhin and Alawi and stuff like that. less flashy. Oh, Kiana's pretty cool too.
四个两，
Kiana's like Tom Kench.
还挺合理的。挂了个奇亚。
If you guys like Tom Kench from set 6, then you probably like Kiana as well. Although it's less fun because Tom Kench, you have to feed the champion to TK.
面对的是天使，
Man, you know what? I wouldn't be mad if they brought back that Tom Kench. Like, I know you don't want to recycle things, but would any of you guys be mad if they brought back Tom Kench from set 6? I think that'd be kind of fun.
科技枪怎么说？
都有回血。
科技枪，
哎呦，
哇哇！
Bring it back for the arcane sets. Set 13.
落这里加。
Set 13, Arcane comes out the same time. End of 2024. Just bring back Tom Kench.
正义的卢霞赢了，但这边是天选卢霞。
4爵士乐，8个羁绊。
哦，对，他是4爵士乐的天选卢霞。
They recycled a lot of stuff already.
而且卢仙天选。
Okay, but like, I don't even think they recycled like that much.
一张卢霞了。
And recycling is a good thing because you don't want to make it feel like, because they help anchor the set to you. Like, if you want every 56 champions or whatever they have to be something completely new and unique, that one makes the set really hard to design, and two, it also like it's actually harder. It makes things even harder to learn for the set. Having some familiarity as a base is like actually a good thing. It's like complaining that like the Magic core set has like the same type of things every single time. There's a reason why there's a core set. It's to help you understand baseline foundation of knowledge and then build upon it.
给点装备就好了。发钱干嘛？
最不缺的就是钱。
现在已经不需要什么钱了。
Recycling saves the planet.
他现在唯一的提升是墨菲留斯。
Okay, thank you, Captain Planet.
还有提升就是需要更多钱。
I was very sad the first time I found out that recycling is,
换掉2个舞曲。
well, it's very inefficient to say the least.
掘墓你不搭。
Way things currently are.
现在不好搭掘墓了，已经。
I mean, I still recycle. I'm just I was just depressed to find that out. Yana 2 on the Poppy, kind of pushing Poppy further back and making it hard for her to absorb the damage. That's not good.
但是这波好像
有吗？科技枪，哎呦，打不到人。
Oh? Oh my god, that 1-star crowd evolution? What the heck? Hold on a second. Wait. We lost that?
可以了，第三真
可以了。
对，第三。
Oh. I mean, our Lucians weren't that good, but like, I kind of thought that we were gonna. Oh.
看到了希望。
Wait, that was a Lucian bug? Oh, was that the attack speed Lucian thing?
天龙和灵宝天尊。
补了一个偷偷，很关键啊，很缺装备啊。
It's like 12% of all stuff you get in the bin gets. Yeah, a huge percentage of stuff doesn't actually get recycled. Rewind. Okay, we will rewind. We'll rewind. Okay, so this is the Lucian.
2个5费卡平替是最好的，但是得2星，基本上已经没有经济去换了。
Oh, it's ramping rhythm Lucian.
有吗？科技枪，哎呦，打不到人。
Wait. Did the 2-star Lucian not fire? What happened? What happened on this cast? What happened like here? Like right after this? The Lucian. Yeah. You see him? You see him? He's literally like he's like firing and reloading, and his mana goes back. Uh-oh. And that only happens on right corner Lucian. Uh-oh, that's not good. China doesn't know. Let's not tell him. Let's not tell him. Let's not tell him. Let's not tell him. And when sometimes Tanner stops by or other CNN players stop by, just tell him. Right corner Lucian is OP.
阿晨这一把第3的话是7分6分
，19分，
领先的
，19分，应该还是在第1。
第2。
Isn't it a visual glitch? No, it's because he's basically canceling his spell.
天龙今天玩的好帅呀！我看他前面，他前面玩的时候都是在。
Why is everyone vanishing? Don't leave me. Don't leave me alone.
一把第3，一把第2，然后 后这一局又是有望登顶的。
321，节节高，
节节高。
今天表现有点太
Thresh casted onto the Lucian, not the Caitlyn.
我以为他会复刻昨天
We're through the front line. Second Thresh cast is nuts. Second Thresh cast is nutty.
哎呦，这个被控一下。
Oh my god, it's so close. Oh, Bard. Okay. Man, that might be positioning. That might be positioning to for sure. I like how we spread out for Tianlong, and also Tianzun just has to make sure to avoid his carries like bunching up.
Reroll greater than all reroll zong.
Thank you, Blister, for 2 months. Garen reroll is better than all rerolls, on God. I mean, he's more fun for sure. Oh, he's putting Kiana in front of the Thresh? Isn't that 50-50? She used it on the tentacle. I think if he moved it one back, he would have gotten guaranteed. Now he got now he clumped everything. Oh, I think this was much worse. This was much worse. Oh, that is not good.
今天连续3局突出的就是节节高升，1把比1把好，1把比1把厉害。因为前面算的时候，阿晨今天的表现已经算很好了嘛，但是
Peace out. Peace out.
天龙是直接来了一手反超。
I mean, it's cool that they have studio though. NA doesn't have LAN. NA doesn't even have webcams.
这一局的发挥并不是特别好，有点可惜。他这一把拿1分的话，现在是13。
We don't even have webcams.
前面一局打完了之后，1、2名的名次是一样的分数。但是这样1把分就被拉开了。不过还好，今天对他来说看的话，3、4、5。
We're lucky if we can get their mics as well. They'll just type in chat the entire time. I get it, because Riot doesn't enforce anything. I think it's just super lame.
两星带偷偷的掘墓，前排的这个其实蛮少能够看到直接滑，就是必须玩的，就是你8人口完全。
This is the winning comp.
滑到9。我们来看一下赛后数据，今天这一局第3局的8位选手。
We have Heartsteel Jazz, Caitlyn, looks like Heartsteel. Oh, a lot of Heartsteel. Heartsteel, Caitlyn. And then Kale, Seraphine, Pentakill. Okay, this was a 5 Heartsteel lobby, which has not actually been historically what's been happening in China. They actually have way more reroll. I post the results in my Discord. If you're like, what did they play? What's the tech? What's been going on? I post it in my Discord.
也是一个刚，但是，对，宁理也是刚，但是他们两个，我就说前面刚确实太多了。然后
Do Chinese always win worlds, or is NA a good contender? NA is the best region in the world.
都想搏一搏前途。
It's more like China's a good contender.
这么看起来，然后包括阿晨
China's a good contender.
目前上半场打完了之后，我们今天突围赛的
NA is the best region in TFT.
高的22分的天龙，凭借着
Okay, Tianlong number 1, HN number 2, Clancy in 5th. Okay, my boys are in it. My boys are in it. Zhang Wenyu is yeah, let's not talk about it. Okay, you know, 10 points. 10 points is like you're not that far behind. They only play 5 games though. That's kind of brutal. Only 5 games. Here we go. Next game.
大大英雄和冠冕，那基本上就是3金了。
应该选玩新之刚的，选大大英雄啊。
Who Megalo? Who? What do you mean who Megalo? Talking about North America?
我们现场观众的镜头，观众都在这个荧幕前啊，聚了很多人。
What is this? 3-cost champion?
全是3金交响乐。这把很关键。
Oh, I don't know actually.
特别关键。
All right, this is game 4 of 5.
两家感觉可以去。 就是前面来啥牌，想玩啥就随便玩啥了。但是后面的人
Regionals this weekend and Worlds next week. That's correct. That's correct.
两家稳住就行。
That's correct.
因为他们积分太大了。
跟
3 golden augments. Okay, got it. Golden Symphony. Golden Symphony. Yeah, we'll be co-streaming this weekend. Tomorrow night is the podcast with myself, Bryce, K3 Soju, and Kiyun. Exclamation point podcast in the chat for all the people wondering.
灵宝天尊这边
K3 Soju and Kiyun to preview North American regionals. That's basically 24 hours from now.
开缸开缸
And then the day after that, on Friday,
更好啊。
他分数还是可以的，
we have Iniko
更要对更要踩。
live in my studio, aka my couch. That's right. Iniko is going to be 2 feet behind me, alongside me, Bryce. And we're going to have some special guests. Kurum, for example, is going to be one of our special guests on the call for the weekend.
我要证明自己。
We also might have another special guest. I'm not gonna promise anybody because they said they have to check their schedules.
训之刚天选吗？
Also,
上真是
a special announcement this weekend, but not really that big of a deal. Like it's kind of a big deal, but not really. Okay, it's not really that big of a deal. But I have an announcement this weekend.
哦，
然后一些回复类的吸血习性。
OK，一会儿看一看阿晨那边能不能开出来啊？
Sydney Sweeney.
看一看。
习性。
Yes, Sydney Sweeney is gonna be my guest cast. Is gonna be my the special caster. She's a huge TFT fan.
灵宝天尊这边应该是屈服于深渊。
哦，秒拿。
啊，占为玉的头脑。
Another yes. While my wife is in her 3rd trimester, she is pregnant again. Man, you guys are really good at this. You guys are really good at this. All right, we got low interest rates. Interesting. I don't really see many people pick that augment top center.
小蜘蛛真上
闪耀头目是吧？
又来，
We got submit to the pit.
剪不断了。
他好像前面
Keepers.
好像拿了个神盾使。哦。
I'm waiting for a celebrity athlete to tell us that they're into TFT. How come no celebrity athletes into TFT? They're always into like League of Legends or Fortnite. Like Jokic was like, oh, I play top lane.
肖之助今
I
天
play Alawi and Urgot. And I was like, you know what?
在那了。
You would be an Urgot player. Yeah, if people don't know, he actually apparently Jokic is an Alawi main.
全是一星的话，强度还是有点低，而且也没有天选的加持。
Raise the stakes, baby. That's right. When the baby is due for 9 months, we could either cash out the baby now or we could raise the stakes. We just keep the baby in there and cook a little bit longer. That's exactly how biology works. Raise the stakes. You guys are insane. You guys are actually unhinged, you know?
带电刀应该能赢，有机会赢，也不是说能赢。打工，用着，对，超粉级。
证明不了一点。
不，这他这就超粉级。
Apparently we're at the stage where my baby can like very much hear me and can even open his eyes a little bit. So I'm starting to read stories.
剩下的散件是一个攻速。
I read all kinds of stories. I read Mort Dog's tweets to him. I'm trying to get him, you know, into the TFT mindset early. I read TFT comps. No. I get some nice daily reading from Mort Dog, where he types like a 2,000 word essay on Twitter every morning.
但宁理有点可惜的是，因为前两把打完了之后，他是有比较大的积分优势的。不过
Everyone's like, your baby has to be good at TFT. It's gonna be my baby versus Bryce's baby versus Sox's baby.
还是需要一把高分来。
Although Sox's baby is probably has a head start.
但这把的开局确实还是挺不错的。
有超粉。
There's a Premier League footballer who subbed in for the CS team he owns, and they won a match. That's pretty badass.
这个质量补起来了。
而且是前排多了一个2星的宝石骑士，
有实力了。
Who was it? And who else's baby? Oh, Mort Dog's baby. That's right. Gangly, are you gonna train your kid to be a TFT pro? I don't know about that. I feel like Gangly's kid's gonna kill us in Smash.
互相滑会环境会比较好，血量压力没那么大。
Gangly's kid's gonna be this thing like whatever they say, like well-rounded or something.
换掉吗？
公司太慢了。
抬手动作都想上去帮他抬。
And then, but my kid, they're gonna be a TFT pro.
头脑，他这把经济会很好。
Wish me luck so I can reach Emerald. You got this, man. Just remember, Emerald is only the beginning. You're gonna have all this hype. You're like, oh my god, I reached Emerald, and then you realize that you could have hit Emerald this entire time, and then you should be climbing a diamond.
剩下弗兰西的耀光史娜美和宁理 迅射的金克斯，还有大腕儿的肖之助。
There's no true destination in a game like TFT. There's only pit stops where you complain to Mortdog directly about why you are currently stuck where you are. Every milestone is just 1% more credibility to your yapping.
这边羊刀夜刃，
千年之之前也喝了，就是新之钢，应该就是钢。然后这个羊刀反正到后面给。
Okay, we have submit to the pit. Sparks. We're gonna go with Jax. They seems like they favor Jax with this line. Interesting.
真的还挺高的，对。
这家要重振武器荣光了吗？
Low interest rates.
武器有很好成绩的。
确实。
So you make 20 gold. Lose win or win lose win. I think he's going for Senna or KO. He has Rage Blade, probably KO.
你说他不能打吧？他好像有的时候还真能打一打，在 rank 里头。
开局嫖个2张武器，然后神器城邦给个中。
Got 5-0. That's not too good. The thing with low interest rates is like it encourages you to roll a little bit more. So it feels like he just starts rolling next turn. You're above 20, you just roll, right? Because you have the interest. The interest stops at 20, so you might as well just do that. Ooh, raise stakes, raise stakes. Dude, he's also at 10 points. Only 2 games left. It feels like he probably has to take a little bit of a bigger risk.
我是不是应该向位猛冲？啊，
这波钱补的真好，
真好，真好。
很就需要。
There's a lot of people saying they finally hit Masters for the first time. Congratulations, every one of you. Masters is a good achievement. And I know that like you're probably like, okay, well like the streamers like flame me for being masters. I think like those people are just like those are the people whose opinions like don't matter. As long as you're proud of your achievement, like who the fuck cares about like what these like streamers think? They're gonna be irrelevant in like 5 years anyways. So like just be proud of yourself right now.
天使这2天登场率还是挺高的。
但今天天使最好的名次就是上一把的十月晴天的第4。
战文玉赢了，他还好没有搞事。疯狂互动。
Are you proud of us? Yeah, I very much am. Like you don't like the hardest part in TFT is getting good the first time. A lot of people who like reach challenger every single set and they can do it in their sleep. And like what they forgot what it's like to get there for the first time. But if you guys remember, I don't know if anybody was here when I hit challenger for the first time. The first time I hit challenger, I did it on stream, and it was one of the most exhilarating moments I've ever experienced playing this game. And like I haven't had a moment kind of since in terms of like that reached that excitement. Maybe when I almost got the when I got the highest point total in like the Noxus Cup when I competed in a tournament. But like that was probably the biggest high I've ever experienced in TFT. Being able to do that. And this was like years ago. I'm talking about like 3 years ago, 2 years ago. I forgot when. And that was like a really big moment for me. And like, I'm not gonna let some dude who spends 16 hours a day reading spreadsheets, ordering delivery food, and wiping off the cheese dust onto his sweatpants to stick his finger up his nose and just tell me that like, well, you're whatever, you're not really any good at this game until you're 1500 pay. Like, I don't give a fuck what you think. It was a great achievement and I loved every second of it. And now every other time I've gotten it is not nearly as satisfying. That first time was the best time. So don't let anyone shit on your accomplishments, because the first time is going to be the sweetest time. So enjoy the moment. If it's the first time you ever hit Masters, that's a goddamn good accomplishment. You should be proud of that. And you know what's going to be even better? The first time you hit Grandmasters and the first time you hit Challenger.
他这个真的是配得上好运连连这个名字了，是吧
3-2 Augment. Portable Forge.
阿晨现在开奥恩装备了。
Oh, Yasuo? Is he going for Yasuo with that? I mean, he has no item slammed. I wonder what he wants with the Forge.
肖之助也是巨块，然后辅助保护的十月晴天。这里灵宝Flancy 的
Can we have some names? I'm actually combining so many different random tropes with people that don't exist. I'm doing the thing. I make up a person to get mad at, and then just raise my volume. It's a very common tactic. I heard it. I heard it inspires a lot of people. Make up some person that doesn't exist, get mad at them, and then just raise the volume. So yeah.
但是这个3项好像还可以吧？3项是还可以。哎，换一只。
TFT is being kind of tame. We need some drama. I mean, the thing about it is that we did get drama, and then like it died pretty fast. I spoke up about some of the drama, and people are like, "That's old news, man. Spencer can FF or you know, whatever. That guy's a loser for FFing." And then we forgot about it in 2 days. At the very beginning of scrims, I thought that the drama was still around because it looked like at the very beginning of scrims there was people not playing with each other because there's maybe there's some bad blood or whatever, and it turns out that was all fake. It's just people scheduled in lined up, and now everyone's scrimming with each other. I was like, you know what? You guys are so nice to each other. There's not even this bad blood didn't even last for a week. My leftovers from Chipotle lasted longer, you know. These guys just forget about it the next day. It's crazy. No, that shit was BS. I hated that it was a thing. I mean, yeah, look, listen, drama's not for everybody, but you can't deny that drama makes things more interesting as well. You know, okay, here's my take on it. That was good because 3 spats. Really good for the true damage player. Really good true damage player. Okay, I'm down for 3 Heartsteel spats. Why not? You don't want real drama. You want fake man-child drama, right? You want like people getting mad over taking a spatula on carousel or pivot, like team planner stuff. Like that's what you really want, because real drama is actually not good. It's actually like everyone's like, ugh, like, you know, like what happened to like the Smash community. Like real drama, you're like, holy shit, like this is kind of like, I think I'm out. you don't want like that kind of drama. You want drama where there's no stakes. It's purely like ego and like stuff that doesn't really matter. Like who actually cares in the grand scheme of things about a raise the stakes Heartsteel in the long term? I'm talking about the big things. If you care about competitive integrity, if you care about like the way things were done, like I understand you can have your stance. I'm talking about like the large grand scheme of things compared to like what real drama can be. This is like the kind of drama that fires up the TFT scene that I think is like ultimately way better than any other the other types of drama. Petty, like just personal grudge that's just like purely about the game, and like, you know, that I think that's like fine, right? Like where you stand on those issues, if it's relevant, irrelevant, bullshit, completely uncalled for, unacceptable, unprofessional, whatever you want to call it, sure. But I'm glad it's not for like other drama, because man, I don't know. I guess I like look what happens in like the League of Legends scene or some of the other stuff. I'm just like, whoa. I'm glad TFT is not like that. CN doesn't play Riven. That's not really true. They played Riven in game 1, I believe, and then that person went bot 4. I put up the scores. Riven is pretty popular. It's just not popular for these couple games. Let me see. Riven was played. Wait, was it played today actually? You might be right. Maybe it wasn't played. Oh, okay. Riven isn't played today. It was played yesterday a lot. Yesterday it was almost like a Riven every single game. Yeah. There's more Riven yesterday. There's a lot of 3-star 4 calls yesterday as well. Man, this guy's still stuck on Yasuo too? That can't be good. Wait, he has Morello Yasuo. He's probably not actually playing Yasuo, right? Oh no! He's at 19 points. He's in 2nd place. Going 8th here is so bad. Going 8th here is terrible. If you're at 19 points, 2nd, you just want to top 4 and advance to the next stage. You want to go to the semifinals. And going 2nd place and going 8th is so bad. Oh god. He has remover. Yeah, he also has super fan. You can always just remove it through super fan. But his items or situation is pretty bad.
差一个天选和一张。
Who's hyped for Project L? I am. I'm not necessarily. I don't have the time to invest into Tekken, but I'll just let you guys know. I'll probably play a lot of Project L. I love tag fighters. It's my favorite type of fighting game. I loved Marvel vs. Capcom. I played a ton of Dragon Ball Fighters. That's how I met my wife. I competed at Evo for fun on the side. I used to go to Evo every year just to play. Okay, we're one off. Wait, this guy's about to hit Jax 3 without a headliner, by the way. He has 8 natural Jaxes. Oh, he hit the Jax headliner. Okay, so I guess he can go for Twin Terror Jax. Okay, probably not, because you can't hit it on 4-2. So yeah, I'm gonna play a lot of Project though. I'm looking forward to it a lot. Also, I'm homies with like a couple of FGC people. Back in my days when I competed for fun. Who's the best 8-bit holder? Lucian 2. But if you don't have Lucian 2, you can put on Viego 2. Justin Wad? No, I don't know Justin Wad that well. I know like Super Noon. Super Noon's a big TFT player as well. Leffen plays TFT. Although I never really like played with Leffen. I only played like a couple of friendlies with Leffen before when we played Smash, but not that much. He also like whooped my ass. Like I couldn't even touch him type of and he was playing all his secondaries, so this is really embarrassing. But I know some people in FGC. I know me and Yipes are pretty type too. I would love it if someone like Yipes got into TFT. I think he would make it so fun. If you don't know who Yipes is, he's like my favorite FGC commentator. Him and Sajam are like 2 of my faves. I also like some Ultra Chen, but like in terms of like the personality flair stuff, like you can't really deny, man. Yipes is goated. I know Yipes because he also plays a lot of card games, and I play a lot of fighting games. So we had some mutual respect from that. Someone needs to come back so we can do our run back of TFT versus the Beyond the Summit crew. Yeah, we actually have some pretty good killers. Ramkev's pretty good at melee. So is Pakigam and Gangly, and then I'm pretty terrible. I don't think I haven't played Smash basically since set 9. I've been very out of it so far. I've been doing too much stuff. Keeper's Aegis. Okay, Jazz Keeper's Aegis. Wow. Interesting. A non-disco keeper setup. And it's looking kind of good this fight. Wow, he wins like 7-0. Wait, did every unit survive? Huh. Okay. Yipes has too much personality for the TFT scene. Are you kidding me? I feel like if anything, people complain about the personality in the TFT scene too much. They basically like they call it even the TFT accent. Isn't that what TFT scene really is at this point? It's all personality, almost no substance. Shiv Kale. I mean, Shiv Kale is like fine because you only shred 20%, and you get actually more shred off the Shiv. It's not amazing or anything, but it's underrated. If you're playing Kale as a damage source, you can have a little bit more shred. Like you can play Spark on Mordekaiser, for example, for the Kale, get more damage in. Flancy, Keeper. Oh my gosh. Keepers, Executioners.
手速很快。
He just rolled for disco and he giga whiffed. This is like the fourth time it's happened that we've seen. Like the one guy is like brave enough to pony up and he's like, you know what? No one's playing disco. This is the disco game. This is the one. I had the right augments. I had the right setup. Nope, you just don't hit disco.
和两星卡牌跟
Every other forecast pull out of the pool multiple times. Everyone has you know, multiple copies of Z2, Ezreal 2, Zac 2, Poppy 2. Doesn't matter. You just don't hit.
怎么办？这个血量好像降的有点快。
Oh, Blitzcrank.
阿晨赢了一波。同时现在给到的是我们当前的积分，今天是前4名晋级，后4名淘汰。
Real talk, what's wrong with the TFT accent? I don't know. I think the TFT accent is kind of funny. I think it's overexposure to it. Also, I think people feel like it's inauthentic if it doesn't sound natural. Like if people feel like people are trying to copy somebody and it doesn't sound like authentic to their personality. That's probably what people don't like about it. But I think the TFT accent's funny. If it wasn't funny, it wouldn't be popular. You know, amongst the greater Twitch user base, people think the TFT scene is very funny.
阿卡丽也是大一坨人，他刚好都站一起。
Like I'm talking about like the people who are like on like live stream fails and stuff like that. Who like they might casually watch a Soju stream every now and then or whatever, but like for the most part they like watch the usual streamers in Austin or whatever. That crowd, the normie Twitch crowd.
但感觉弗兰西这边就算是
They actually really like TFT, and they think TFT streamers are like in a lot of people's words, TFT streamers are some of the funniest streamers on Twitch. That's what they say. So like to the outside, it sounds really funny. It's just a lot of people say like, man, if these TFT streamers streamed any other game, I would watch them. That's what they say. They're like, these guys are so funny. If they streamed any other game, I would watch them. But you know, they stream TFT. Okay, we have Radiant Deathblade. Like go on Lucian one or Ezreal? Okay, it has to go on Lucian. Or maybe he's thinking about putting it on Zed because Zed actually scales really well with AD. It's like flat AD. Kind of the same thing with any EDM unit. Jax doesn't need it because he often gets scales himself, but Lux really wants AP. Zed really wants AD. Wait a second, this guy has a headliner Yorick
很高贵。
on 9, 2% odds.
哎呀，
That doesn't seem very fair.
看30秒广告，全拿了。
He has 3 edges of night. What? Why do we have 3? Why do we have 3 eons, man? It's a little excessive. Who else wants it? I guess you can put it on like a Lucian. This guy went to Costco and bought 3 edges of night. Membership discount. He's gonna go 8th. I talked this guy up so much. I was like, this guy's one of my boys. He's so consistent. He top 8 so many tournaments. He's about to go 8th. He's gonna go dead last.
那感觉阿成那边是有机会往前走一走的。
因为爵士乐上不去。
他们后面的几家容错都太。
Also, apparently, I found out I lived really close to like the motherload of Costco's in Seattle. Apparently, the Costco's up here are super lit. I've yet to go. I'm down. I'm gonna order one of those extra long, like 1.5 hot dogs. I'll get a giant ass pizza slice. I'm gonna buy like 25 boxes of cereal. Because I can. Maybe Pop-Tarts, because the Pop-Tarts guy passed away. Rest in peace. Actually, I did that a lot. In college, what I did was I actually bought, like, infinite Pop-Tarts. Costco muffins? Oh, yeah. Costco muffins, Costco croissants. Have you seen the Freerin Costco memes? Okay, ever since you guys told me to stay away from Freerin on social media because, you know, some anime fans just need Jesus. I've been avoiding Freerin on social media just because I'm scared. I'm scared to click on anything, you know. I think my For You page is in a good spot, so I'm trying to keep it there.
对，它后排还是太薄了。
这不感觉过掉了掘墓就赢了？
过好快。
就一个掘墓。哎。
Is this replay? No, this is John Wen Yu, Chinese player. Okay, okay. Lucian won.
这么帅。
Oh.
有点帅。
Flancy 只剩2滴血了，然后张元玉是第7。
阿成感觉这把还有机会吃分呢。
张元玉第7的话，这把只。
Dude, I can't believe that we hit everything like that, and we just went 7th anyways.
9分21分，还是理论可能。
很懵的张文玉。
机会很小了已经。今天也是。
He didn't go 8th.
不太顺利。
He's in such a bad spot going to game number 5 because he needs the top 4 in order to advance to the semifinals. Not looking too hot. It's not looking too hot, you guys. Okay, center 3 at 1 life. Wow, actually, remember, H10 was at like 30 HP in stage 4, so he's bringing it back at 6 HP. Thoughts on the upcoming patch? I mean, it's kind of boring, but it is what it is. It's the last 2 weeks of the season. And for better or for worse, the meta is like pretty good in terms of the balance state. And like I'd rather them not do something like a big heavy swing and make things like unplayable. The only thing you could probably justify really doing is nerfing. And I don't want to like make things like unplayable. Chances are if they nerf 6 8-bits, like the 8-bit emblem, it probably wouldn't have been unplayable. But and like things like that, they probably could have nerfed other aspects of things. Like maybe they could have toned KD just a little bit, but I think for the sake of like keeping the meta where it is,
man, I'm getting more dogged again.
And having a few outliers, I think it's fine. And they'd rather have a good balance patch. Also, here, Marvel Wizard, thank you for the tier 1. Also, a good job yesterday. Here's something that top players are not telling you because no one's streaming. You guys are all watching me because you guys are. I'm literally a refugee shelter for all of you guys who want to watch Robin and Setsuko and everything like that. Here's what they're not telling you right now because they're busy scrimming and sweating. They like the patch. A lot of them think the patch is actually really good, but they're just not telling you because no one's streaming and no one's tweeting or anything like that. Because they think the patch has a lot of like they think it's a really good skill expressive patch, and they like that going into it.
有点像那把突然来了个卢锡安，就是看起来他好像是要倒数，但是立马盘活。
那把也是
突然盘活自己。
We can tell from the absence of bitching. Okay, that's true. That is true. That is there's like a lack of like twit longers and tweets and LMAOs being spammed, right? And everyone's sweating and streaming because the reason why they're sweating so hard is because they realize they need to get in shape. There's a lot of small things they need to iron out. There's everything stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. There's a lot of different ways to play it. And all depending on your openers, depending on the portals, they're like I have not seen the field try this hard yet for regionals. NA is legitimately very, very, very good right now. Like everyone's like out here like okay, like CN's the best, SCA upcoming region, you know, is title whipping up JP into shape. EMEA is good, looking good, whatever. But like NA, I'm just gonna put it out there. NA is really good right now. NA is really good. You know this keeper's legendary build is pretty cool. It's it's hard steal, but you don't really see people play keepers and play around it. I mean, obviously, if you think about it in hindsight, you're like, okay, well, Aegis is broken, and Lucian 2 is broken, and Heartsteel is broken. So like, obviously, putting all those things, but you don't really see people like play keepers in this way. Also. Qingtian just lost. Does he want to transition out? His Ezreal items look like he wants to like play Ziggs or like Ahri or something like that. Didn't you say that EMEA might have some more depth? Oh yeah, sure. I think like the 20th best EMEA player is probably better than NA's 20th best player right now at regionals in terms of who's competing at regionals. because a lot of NA's best players aren't in regionals right now.
还真没有伤害能杀这个劫，他这边是没有伤害能杀劫的，
没有爆发，没有一点爆发数。
But the good play the top core is getting very good.
是了，开始游龙。
只有飞到。
Based off of the rankings, if I were to rank it today, I would put Dish Soap like 6, and that's not because Dish Soap's bad right now.
得换近了。
I don't know if people would disagree with me, but like I would probably put him like 6, and I think Dish Soap is very good. I think that's what I'm trying to communicate. I think the field in general is very competitive at the top.
他俩谁登顶，谁的机会就
Okay, Ezreal 2.
是会更大很多。
他想换。
不仅分多。
Rico won the Spatula Cup. Is he strong for you? Yeah, I mean Rico showed a lot of good stuff. Not perfect play, but good stuff for GSC. It was I watched that tournament. I liked it. Also, he's very Italian, which is what's not to love, man. Okay, the clump is like... The clump is working out, kind of. I don't know if we need to full greed. Oh, man. Wait! Oh my god, Yorick! Oh, he did it, he did it. The keeper shield was like pretty clutch. He actually used like pretty much most of it, and then putting the Ezreal in a slightly better position. He hit Ezreal too. That was like enough. That was actually pretty close. It could have actually gone to either way, all those fights.
那这一把拿到9分的话，是把自己的积分直接拉到了19分。
19分。
然后另外一边的话，肖之助7分的话是17分。
How is he so far down? It's because I think some other people are playing very good right now.
但宁理现在名次一定比他高，因为宁理这里是有
But
打登顶。
if you want to know more,
现在的整体积分是
watch the podcast tomorrow with Soju and
第
Kiyun.
二的就是刚刚拿到第8名的天龙23分，然后
Exclamation point podcast.
灵宝天尊，剩下的
You guys should watch it.
两个17分，一个14分。
Kind of an ad. Kind of an ad. It's an ad for myself.
战文玉应该没啥机会了，说实话。
We almost got sponsored for our podcast one time, but it fell through.
前面要超的人有点多。
But I hope that one day the podcast can kind of pop off, and then we can really invest into it. It's picking up some momentum though. I like where the podcast is right now. Okay, that was game 4. We got one more game. Oh, looks like the VOD ends, but that's because okay, I'm gonna get the screenshots. The VOD ends because their stream went down.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again. Eric, thank you for 2 months. Welcome back. Man, Disco went 6. Dude, that's bad for Flancy. It's really bad for Flancy.
他这个看着
Guys, I'm starting to think Flancy might not make it.
可惜的。
And this guy's one of my TFD idols. Game 4.
是 Flancy 玩一手卡牌，第一是地牌不顺，第二是前期连胜打的也不算特别好。虽然说
And 5 through 8.
到后面
So if you guys want to watch, or you guys want to see the results, go ahead and look it up here.
然后第7的战文玉是有天选5费，这个
Okay, so this game like stops halfway through.
就只有
Weird, but
后排，然后前排也是只有一张天选，就是看着当时以为是爽局，结果并不是。然后第8是前面积分第1的天龙。
What time is it? 7:30 p.m.
天使，
24 hours from now, basically. 24 hours from now.
整体积分情况，排名第1的是今天。
Okay, 25, 23, 21, 19. Okay, so basically, top 3 are very likely to go through. HN, Tianlong, and then these guys are like very safe because he's 6 points up. But third should be pretty good as well. Third should be pretty good as well. So it's really about whether or not we can get to the top 4. Clancy is 5 points out. That's pretty unlikely. John Wen Yu 12 points. He's dead for the most part. Well, first gets you 9 points. So like theoretically you could go 12 to 21. I don't know. It's pretty unlikely though.
2月25号 TOC 7将迎来总决赛，届时将有人气解说，主要会分到哪？
Okay, here we go. Round 5. Last game. Fancy struggling, yeah. Just on the outside looking in right now. He needs like to go first this game. Hey, Frodan. Heartsteel is still OP 3 patches later, and I think it might be even more easy to play. Am I right thinking that? It's still OP 3 patches later, yes. Is it even more easy to play? I mean, people are learning how to play it. It's a hard line. So I don't think that's true. Like, I think the Heartsteel has never really been easy to min-max. But like, it was very, very strong, and the nerf to 5 Heartsteel and the nerf to Zed and everything like that hurt it some, but people are learning to play around other carries. I wouldn't agree with the second portion. Man, I wish I knew Chinese. You know what? Me too, man. Me too. I don't know what this portal is. Oh, it's component anvils. Okay. Pretty tame portals, all things considering. We've had a lot of like we haven't had any wacky portals. We had golden symphony, component anvils, item payout or something, augment payouts. Oh yeah, after this, we're going to play some viewer lobby games if you guys want. We're gonna do some fun challenge TFT. I spin a wheel, and then I have to challenge myself. Like don't buy headliners or I don't know. Apparently my mod prepared a lot of different challenges for me to do, so it's just fun stuff. Just fun, like chill games. It's basically a viewer Whist Wednesday. Yes, exactly. Okay, so we have gold augment start things off. Oh, someone has dash jazz. Oh, he skipped it. I feel like no one takes the dash jazz, baby. Even they have that 2-1. Oh, everyone's doing the challenge? I thought I was only the one doing the challenge. Oh. I saw someone get ultimate bravery TFT the challenger. It was hilarious. Wait, on what server? Who? Really? I feel like that's actually super unlikely. Ultimate bravery TFT is like some pretty terrible stuff. I guess like technically they recommend some good comps from time to time, but yeah. Rage Blade, Lockets, even shot. This spot's super good. Oh, Treebeard used to do that? Okay. Dash Dash in 2-1 feels like a huge gamble. You're not wrong. It's much better at like 3-2 than it is, I think, at 2-1. Because you really don't even get the ramping that really matters until later. Can they use tactics on tools on stage? I don't think so. Put it this way, if Riot could ban people from using tactics on tools in online tournaments, they would as well. Like, I know that some people have like the opinion like you should always be able to do that, but I personally, like, if they could ban it, they would. Infusion blinged out. What up, Crane? Are they all wearing Apple Watches to get their heart rates? Oh, I don't know. I don't know how to do it. Maybe they're detecting it through their seats. they got cheek sensors.
两张螃
I don't
蟹，
know.
很对，他这个新的杠很对。
左右互喷。
I mean, that'd be kind of
大
cool.
家战力，大家就是都挺猛的，
这一家应该是很猛的。
就是压力拉满。这个城邦就是
Maybe the mouse. Can your mouse actually do that?
好合
Just
作。
senses the pulse through your palms. I could see that being the case.
我刚想说
Blinged out.
看到这里有一张莉莉娅，
Going into Senna.
莉莉娅就很一般。
但其他的几个我们看下来好像都还不错啊。
You can do it like how chess does it. They force everyone to have 2 webcams and make sure people don't cheat. That's not scalable. It's not scalable.
这个闪耀夺目有点差。
But for regionals, you could do something like that. For regionals, you could do something like
直接
that.
锁死了，反正已经。
主要不好给装备，给了的话，
But you can't really do that for like a Hearthsteel Cup or a KDA Cup.
的话，天选那边就很难受。哎，
再查一下。
And we can't even get someone. We can't. Yeah, actually,
反杀。
that Steve's right. We can't even get players to do 1 webcam. How are we supposed to get them to do 2?
没有。
全套永恩。
These NA players
那两张有人卖了。
can't even put 1 webcam on the screen.
将是一张亮
They can't give us a little inkling or a little morsel.
哦，他应该
We're gonna ask them to have 2 webcams? Yeah, right.
没拿天选，应该就是连败的，想玩了。哎，不对，他是那个亚索，
哦，
5张亚索。
这不是你说的吗？玩亚索的帮忙拿几张。但这个应该是拿装备。亚索应该单个大件。
但是应该是正义大件。
I mean, I don't even know about this heart rate monitor. Like, but this heart rate monitor that you guys are talking about in chat, like, I don't even know if it's actually correct because some of them are like 140 and they're sitting down and it's stage 1. So I don't even know if it's accurate. But some people are in the 90s. I can see that. I mean, when I play TFT, I'm like, I have a heart rate right now. What's my heart rate right now?
应该能换。
娜美给羊刀吗？
不是，娜美换这个。
68.
就是这个娜美拿上来感觉
Oh,
给一张
91. Wait, what? How did I go from 68 to 91?
好看。
换上去。
看打的强不强吧。
Doesn't even make sense.
强的一定得给的。
强的话都可以。
You're just not locked in? Yeah, I guess not.
5连胜又13块，这5连胜打出来就很稳了。
这前期给的钱
Red buff.
非常夸张。看
Red buff workout's really, really good. Escort quest, just printing a bunch of tempo.
2个残血没换掉。
Red buff, Rage Blade, Even Shroud. A lot of people are just playing like high tempo into AD.
留了阿卡丽。
This guy's saying Rage Blade, for
Man, I'm
example.
getting more dogged again.
神晴天 Flancy
Angel Cast, thank you for the prime.
第5回合会不会碰到？
这边也挺猛的。
好肉4斗的，好像是。
这不是闪耀夺目那家，没事了。
I can have a resting heart rate of 140. It's anxiety. It feels like some people hit like 150, 160 as well. I don't know. That's a little bit crazy, but I don't know. Maybe
裁决。
裁决吗？
哎，是吧？有
I'll give them the benefit of the doubt for now. It just looks a little too. It looks scary. It looks like some people are having a heart attack on stage.
啊，这应该就是分级。
对，阿成这边很舒服诶，一
但
个天使。
是他是灵宝天尊，有没有可能看着是芬妮打不打转回去了？
有可能。
阿成这边现在已经是很舒服的过渡了，天使的天选。
Okay, we have a KO player as well. 5 loss. That's fine.
70多血。
Center with red buff. I mean, center with red buff is okay, but it's not like
这
amazing.
边也很对。这边5连胜15块钱。
好多钱。
Do different regions have different metas? Sort of. There's different elements of metas that they like lean into. They would tend to think like a certain aspect of the meta is like stronger. So like, some regions would think like this comp is stronger and this comp is weaker. But they all generally agree, like everyone generally agrees Hearthstone wins lobbies. That's not really much to think about. And it's becoming more streamlined because China is also using like data now as well. They weren't using data sites. Like what's crazy was China was kicking our ass when we were using data and they weren't, but now they're starting to use data. But then they stopped winning. I don't know. Funny coincidences. It's all small sample size, so you
Man,
can't
I'm
really
getting
say.
more
But
dogged
it's funny
again.
that China started using data and they stopped winning championships. Just putting it out there.
金克斯快3了。
Riva ZX, thank you for tier 1.
打打工。
哎，有卸妆器，直接换呀。这个肯定得直接换呀。
哎，倒是可以直接给，反正有。
Oh, we're going Jinx? Probably not. He's just playing Jinx into Senna. Nashor's Morello, that's really good setup.
好大
Nashor's Morello, Nashor's Deathcat. Those are my favorite Senna builds.
感觉都压力拉满。
飞起来了，这太夸张了，是吧 ？Flancy 说我就要逆转局势。
How good is Morello Senna? It's very good, because she hits a bunch of units, so she deals a ton of damage.
这个外面啥都不好使啊，太强了。
It's not. I don't think it's like her best individual damage build, but you have to think about like what you're trying to do. The goal is to get 3 items on Senna ASAP, and then like get a secondary carry that's also really good. So you want to go Senna 3, bully a lot of the mid game. You'll win. Like if you get Senna 3 early with 3 items, you'll win just as many fights having Deathcat versus Morello. So just win the phase anyways, and then if you're able to get like a Kali 2 or some kind of secondary carry, then you can like relay that into a solid finish. Sometimes you can't always get like death cap, and also you always want anti-heal because you want to stop people from going like infinite on you. So in those situations, you can't just like greed Morello, even though, or you can't greed death cap, even though like death cap is performing better. Like if you do the calculations. Oh, this guy took endless hordes. Okay, I haven't seen endless hordes being taken in a long time without Twin Terror. Just a straight up endless hordes. Wait, this guy is he's second in points. Oh, he's just styling. He's just styling. Wait, is he second in points? I think so. 23 is a lot, right? Like he has red buff on Senna. Okay, he's not gonna Senna reroll, but let's say he had red buff on Senna and he went red buff instead of Morello. Like, let's say if you had Morello, Senna starts to fall off at like end of stage 4. And if you have red buff, she falls off at 4 or 5. So you have a little bit less time, but you still have this window where you're very, very strong because you have 3 items on Senna and you're tempoing. And when you're playing a suboptimal build and you're playing tempo, it's up to you to like interpret when's the time for you to try to transition and continue to keep yourself consistently strong. And that's where a lot of the nuance of tempo playstyle is kind of hard to replicate, right? That's why a lot of players like, you know, try to replicate that style and they fail. Wait, 2 item Senna on endless hordes? If you have Thieves Gloves, though, you can get multiple items on it. Lucky Gloves is really good. Oh, he did the super fan item thing. Oh, man. Oh, thank you. My wife made me blackened chicken Caesar salad. Smells amazing. W wife.
全套 EZ， 这个得要啊，这个得要啊，大剑劫都得要啊，都很不错呀。这把怎么都不玩钢了？今天第一次费卡发到这种青之钢的关键卡的。对啊，哎，怎么都不是钢了吗？
之前发手指甲 EZ、大棒 EZ 都有人拿。
最后一把居然不是钢的内卷局吗？不是钢的内卷局。
这把钢有点。
Okay, so.
自己的理解，好像钢都在连胜。
Two people saw on Olaf. You have a Mumu. With Prismatic, the tempo spiked a lot. Oh, hologram Lulu. Hologram Lulu is like one of my favorite builds in the game. No way you go hologram bard from here. You have 6 bards, but like. By the way, the VOD. I think the stream disconnected halfway through this game, so we do have to click on the second VOD when this happens. Yasuo 3. Live for danger. I heard some streamers call this live for danger. I mean, come on, like, I can understand someone mispronouncing it and calling it moshers, but saying live for danger, like, you're just baiting engagement at that point.
天使还在场上吗？还在的。
凑出来3缸了。
是的，但
只要吃到5连胜的话，这个陪伴就不亏。
但是5连胜之后转了波3连败，是一波也没吃着啊。不过还好那边在吃着缸。
Okay, so we have is he still he's probably gonna play this into tempo into Lucian. A lot of this is one of the more recent discoveries. You just slam Rage Blade and just kind of go into Lucian. I think some people think it's too gambly, but some people are able to pull it off consistently.
狗一小子。
迅哥先不认可。
他在8级第一个路线。
阿成那天说，Koro 说你把。
You can put like Rage Blade on like a Caitlyn temporarily or like a whatever Ezreal even if you want to. Eventually get Lucian.
可以把这句话再送给阿成。
哎呦，再换一只应该可以。
啊，换掉了。可以，终于陪伴出来了，很不容易。
The thing I'm looking forward to the most about set 11 is never having to hear Mosher every again.
好肉啊！
好肉啊！看着都肉。
这边要看。
You guys know that I already told a lot of people, so you might know already, but Mosher in Spanish is Pago.
而且有全息。
对露露来说提升很。
Would you be sad if we had no more Pagos anymore? Like Pago was permanently removed?
别的可能还要等个4杠2，但是他是。
We're just having fun, man.
他全息加这个灌注最适配的阵容就是露露了。
第3波再来个珠光是吧？
设计师。
You know what I'm gonna be glad with set 11? That we don't have Chosen anymore. I'm kind of over this mechanic. We had fun. It was a good time. It was like we had a good summer together, but it's over. It's over. I'm going to college, you know. I need to spread my wings. I'm good.
但是全息的芬妮就没有那么大用，反正
有点差的其实。
凯南的站位不能站那里。
Wait, this guy has 3 Seraphines.
其实离子就该给艾克，因为离子现在加200点血呢。
Is he just stopping here because he wants to roll above 50, or is he actually going to play Seraphine Hologram? Is Seraphine Hologram even good? I think I looked it up and it's like I think it's like okay.
主要这波递的就没感。
Their stream went down, so hopefully it doesn't cut towards the end.
如果说他加到他这把如果能搏到
Wait, what?
登顶的话，那就是人都是互差一点点，会有一个习惯就。
3、2、1，走。
Wait, what's going on here? We just lose the rest of the VOD?
是19分，然后
What? And we just TP to the end of the game. This guy has Lulu 3.
分是23分。
What just happened? What? What? We just got scared. We just TP straight to the end of the game. We watched this random sketch of the TFT players, and then. And then all of a sudden, surprise! Surprise! We just TP'd at 5-5. And this guy, okay, whatever. It's fine. We'll just go here.
又听一张。弗兰西是换天选了，把那个锤石换成了。
Unfortunate.
这个装子还不放上去吗？忘记了，我也经常忘记。
还在陪伴。
但是现在只剩11滴血了。打塞纳
应该好打
啊，又勾出来一下。
Built in that, yeah, right. How far does Twitch have to go? Actually, I'm not looking forward to the price increase thing. Apparently, in the news, Twitch is going to increase prices and stuff. That is, if you guys choose to not sub, I actually like low key. Don't even sub. Maybe I should just like open a Patreon or something like that. It feels like it'd be like excessive at that point, but a lot of people do Prime subs. But it feels like if you're gonna do that, like like if Twitch is gonna raise prices on you guys, I'll feel bad.
如果说肖之柱这把登顶的话，他是有机会挤掉十月晴天或者灵宝天尊的。
他没有机会。他这个机会很渺茫，除非追314费。
确实。但是经济还可以。
Discord subs gives you a really high cut. Wait, there's Discord subs?
很难，40块钱太难。
Either way, I'm not entirely sure I'm not entirely sure how they're gonna do it, but if this is a significant price thing, then I'll feel really bad for everyone. It feels like how like Netflix and all of them just keeps increasing the price. Crunchyroll gets bought out, or sorry, Funimation goes to Crunchyroll, and then immediately like the prices are gonna go like crazy. It's just ah.
还流了2滴。
这是镜像啊。
对，镜像都打得很艰难。啊？量太高了。就他那边3战力专属的海格斯加上。
Too big to fail Lux. Okay. Too big to fail Zed Lux. Interesting. This is kind of a different comp. You play Zed carry with Lux, and you play EDM, and you play 6 bruisers with Too big to fail. That's pretty interesting.
小蜘蛛得赌一下运气了。17血了。哎，不对啊，10月晴天如果第5名的话，他只要第2名就行了。但是，但问题是弗兰西现在升2。
A lot of people are gonna drop Prime because of no riot wards. I don't know actually. In reality, maybe it's just more efficient to just say like don't sub to Twitch, and then I start like a Patreon, get a better cut or something like that. I'm not actually sure. Maybe Patreon takes a bad cut. And then that can also fund the podcast. You know what I mean? And it could be like all in one. And that way I can pay. Because you know what I want. You know what we want to do with our podcast. If our podcast actually end up starting something like that, we want our podcast to also sponsor TFT players, stuff like that. Like if people can't go to a LAN, we would like pay for their trips and sponsor them, stuff like that. Make our own roster, kind of like what we did for Vegas with Rainplosion. You can hire more editors. People complain like your podcast takes like a couple days to get up. And it's like, well, I mean, we don't have a dedicated editor team. I do all our graphics, so. Maybe it'll be like an all-in-one place, and it'll just make it easy. Yeah, start an OnlyFans. That's right. I'll post Lilia pics. That'll get you guys. I'll zoom up real close and get a screenshot of her hooves. There you go. I got your attention now. Lux Zed player went 5th? That's kind of sad.
这把还真是后面的选手基本上都往前拼尽全力在往前走。
这边在集火。
Did you learn how to do that, or did you already know how to? I had to learn it. A lot of stuff that I do for stream, I had to learn it. But it's fun. It's like part of the journey. Like you want to, I don't know. Like oh wow, we got completely destroyed. I like learning things and getting more skills. Doing a lot, like challenging myself. Hologram Lulu top 2, my fave.
Flancy 第4名加5分，总分是19分。然后肖之助第3名加6分，总分是23分。23分，他现在和10月晴天是同分。
但是10月晴天有登顶。
有一把登顶，对，但是肖之助是没有的。
对，同分的话。
哇，那对于他来讲是很可惜的。
Oh wait.
因为他要超1分。
Gentlemen used last, right?
但是同分的话。
Gentlemen, you can win this game.
可惜就可惜在他第1把拿了个老八。
Yasuo 3. Kiana 2, Live for Danger. If he wins this game, he gets first, he gets 21 points, maybe the dream can happen.
因为前4名已经铁锁了。
那最后一把这样打下来的话，分一算，没差几分都。
但是
Lulu. Oh, Lulu. Oh, it's so close. It's so close.
像之前登顶可能就是刚这2个阵容还没有出现过。
法师真
2 damage emblem on care. Oh man. Oh man.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Use your primes while Bezos is still paying for chat.
Thank you, Tall Rules. For the 3 months. That's right. You know what Jeff Bezos is using with his money? I read somewhere that Jeff Bezos funded a clock a clock that's gonna outlive all of civilization. It's like a clock that's gonna live for 10,000 years in the middle of nowhere. Because it's supposed to like represent like some time thing. He built like this giant ass clock. That's what he's doing for this billions of dollars. He's building giant ass clocks and trying to get his face.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Oh no, this true damage. No, Lulu, dude, the true damage emblem is so OP. Like what? If he gets maybe Echo 3. Gabby Meow, thank you for the prime. Oh, it worked. Thank you, Tao Rules. Okay, Echo 3. Echo 3. Here we go. Do you want to position differently? Like, maybe move the Sona away and have this Lulu guarantee buff the Seraphine and stuff like that? I'm not sure. Oh, he needs to get Echo in front of Yasuo. He needs to get Echo in front of Yasuo. That Echo is not in front of Yasuo. Oh, God. Wait. Lulu! Oh, dude, what was that? Yenzin. Is my contribution? You're welcome. Oh, he's staring at the camera. Stared. He's so sad because I think he. Oh man, he's at 21 points, and third place was at 21 points. Dude, he might barely miss. He might barely miss. What do we think of the drip? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Yeah, the player reactions. They get new casters. I mean, this is Xunge. This is a player. This is Shi, who's like a well-known. I think he's a well-known streamer. I don't know who she is. But they have new casters all the time. I remember the casters being very hot. I mean, this guy's kind of a cutie. And this guy's a TFT player, so by definition, he's very hot. Frodan, get on live. Oh yeah. I just want to see the scores. I want to see the scores of who qualified. But the preview's not showing me who actually made it. They're not showing me. They're showing the format. Oh, what is this? Oh, they made like an entire ass skits for TFT? Oh, this is the skit. This is the skit promo they did. Man, we don't have any of this kind of content promo for regionals. What the heck? They're doing like an entire photo. They got like leather jackets and shit. Okay. Let's look at our regionals content. That was CN's regional content. Let's look at our regional content. All right, TFT. We get a graphic. The ensemble is now complete. Let's unveil the player list for regionals. Who will be orchestrating their way to victory? Witness the TFT virtuosos showcase their ultimate skills live February 23rd, 25th. That's it. That's all we get. Sag. Whoa, this guy's a gun? What the heck? Hold on a second. This guy's... Chi2 has a gun. Oh man. They look like they're having a lot of fun doing different kinds of content. Okay, this is more what I expect. Badass Asian esports. That's cool. Okay, can they show us who qualified or not? It's just over. Oh, this was game 5. Okay, they finally did it. Yeah, they did it. That was pretty cool. I know. We don't do any of that for TFT. Although, that might change soon. I was told that there might be something cool happening. Okay, finally we get the standings. We get the standings. Dude, he missed by 2 points. Flancy went last. Okay, so we have Tianzin, Achen, Tianlong, and I don't know. Let me look it up actually. Qingtian went 4th. I don't know Qingtian. Let me click on his profile. He's kind of new. He got top 10 in Super Server though. Top 10 in Super Server just means that he's good. Like if you get top 10 in Super Server, you're good. It's hard. It's hard to climb Super Server. Are you casting regionals? No. I'm doing my own stream.